is this crap?
That is. Well, first and foremost,
You said hello to Preston, Mr. Oh my God.
we live.
We live.
Hello.
We are live. Yeah.
All right, well, let's get it started. While we're waiting for the people to attend, we didn't give them much of a heads up that we are going live, but we are going live. You know what I mean? Courtesy produced of myself, Mr. M, who's also a board member here at the Queens World Film Festival, and we are live at the Queens World Film Festival kickoff party. Right, so the film festival is actually from the 1st to the 5th of November. All right, so keep that in your schedule. But at the same time, right now, I'm joined with the founder of the Queens World Film Festival, Mrs. Katha Cato, and my fellow board member, Anuz. And this is what we're going to call for now. The name is to be discussed, to be determined. But the name of this series we're going to do, Anuz and I,
right,
2 board members, 2 alumni of Queens World Film Festival. We're going to call this Perfect Strangers.
That's the one.
Okay.
In film.
Okay.
Perfect Strangers in film. How you doing, Anuz? All right.
Really nice to meet you,
I'm
Monte.
so happy to be here with you guys. Yay, man.
The love of my life.
Oh, I don't think so.
My mentor, the love of my life. How you doing, Katha?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to be bookended by you two guys. Alumni, great artists, great people, board members. Thank you for being here.
That's us. That
is you.
She said it, not me. You know what I mean? And we already got a comment. So I want to see what this comment is saying. But right now, I'm not in my studio, so I'm, forgive me if I'm a little slow with it. But let's go.
Yeah, hopefully that's
my
good.
guy, Booze Bizzle. He said, "I'm with you guys. I will be at the next one."
Nah.
Salute. That's a legend right there.
Perfect.
My man gave us a card while we live, so we're going to talk about his card right now while he's live. Good. Matter of fact, let me, because he thinks we're playing.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's put the camera on my man real quick. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. There you go. Hold on. There you go. This is my man right here. What's your name?
My name is Rob Klein.
Rob Klein. Rob Klein running around taking pictures here at the Queens World Film Festival. I'm going to read your flyer right now.
Wait, you're celebrating what?
50th year as a photographer.
50th year as a photographer. Yay.
All right, he got Usher. He took a picture of Usher. I don't know if y'all can see that. And a few other celebrities, Kim Kardashian. Did Kim Kardashian offer you any goods?
Every time she comes to New York, she'll call me.
That's
Nice,
great.
nice,
That's
nice.
amazing.
All right. I didn't hear him, but he said every time Kim Kardashian comes through, she calls my man right. And V Smiles, salute to V Smiles TV. I'm gonna call you back. I promise. I'm actually inviting you out to an event we're doing tonight, V Smiles. So I'm gonna call you back. But as you see, I was setting up here live. And yes, V Smiles, I'm here with no mask on. I'm maskless. Y'all know I'm the COVID inspector. Y'all know I take that shit very seriously. Pardon my French, because we're streaming on the Rangers Union as well as on the Queens World Film Festival channel. So I'm going to try to watch my French a little bit. But I said nice. Yeah, I try, you know what I mean? For the right reasons. I risk it.
Yeah, all for the right reason in Montana. Yep. Yeah.
So
This
is the 12th year of the Queens World Film Festival.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I want you to tell us a little bit about the 12th. Yeah, about the festival in general. And, And full transparency, I didn't even start recording on the mixing board yet, so let's get it nice.
Okay. So welcome
Cato.
Thank you.
Look at that. My mic wasn't even on like that.
Have you ever done this before?
I know, right? Did I turn it on? Did y'all hear me clearly? All right, let's do this again.
Okay.
All right, let's do this again. We're 4 minutes in. Let's do it correct. All right, she says, shout out to the Queens World Film Festival. Shout out to you, man. All right, so with that being said, one more time. My name is Mr. M. I'm here with Katha Cato, the founder of the Queens World Film Festival, and my fellow board member, Anuz, and we're calling this Perfect Strangers in Film. You know what I mean? So that would make me Logic, aka Mr. M, Larry, and that would make him Balky. You know what I'm saying? I love that show, though. But All right, Catherine.
Okay.
First and foremost,
Yes.
tell us about the Queens World Film Festival.
So we're turning 12. We're going to be running November 1st through the 6th, which is our live and in person. And then we'll be streaming on filmfestivalflix.com from November 20th through December 4th. And so that's over the Thanksgiving weekend. And if anybody's still celebrating Thanksgiving, but you know, if you're there over someplace and you've just spent 4 or 5 hours with people that you moved away from for a reason, you can then retreat to your hotel room or to your room upstairs and stream incredible films from around the world and around the corner. Live, we have 157 films from 27 nations.
How many
Whoa.
films this year?
157
Nice.
from 27 different nations, and then online there will be 174. You're going to be able to see stuff online that you can't see live. We are in 5 venues. We are at Queens Theater. We are at Flushing Town Hall. We are at the Museum of the Moving Image. We are at Kaufman Astoria Studios, and we are here at the Local
Right.
for 6 days of incredible indie films.
Right, Keita, what is so different about this year's festival?
Well, you know, as the world has opened up, a lot of people submitted films. We got twice as many submissions as we expected.
Nice.
And I think a lot of people were finishing work
Right.
over the last 2.5 years. And I have to say that the films are very honest, very true, and very real. And these are lived experiences from a lot of people. There's not a lot of comedies.
Right.
There's a lot of films. The documentaries are amazing. They're taking on incredible subjects. And then there are some really mind-bending, reality-twisting, crazy stuff. We've programmed the whole festival thematically. So each block has several films in it that are kind of in dialogue with each other. So when you go to our festival and when you go to our website, you can see the films and you can click on the films and it'll take you to their schedule and you can see the other films that are there playing with it. And then each block has a kind of crazy, provocative name. And I guarantee you, no matter what you go to see, you're not going to be disappointed.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, I got a question. What possessed you in the right? What in the right mind? I'm trying to word this right. What would possess you to make a news and not board members of the Queens World Film Festival?
I will tell you
what is
why.
the matter with you?
I will tell you why.
I'm crazy. Why would you make me a board member?
Well, that's what we need. We need people on the boards of these arts organizations who are artists and who understand what artists are going through.
True.
You know, the whole nature of boards in nonprofit is very murky and confusing, and there's governance involved. But here, what we need is that we need people on our board who know what the filmmakers go through and who can appreciate the process and can help us continue to position ourselves to make sure that we are bringing these unheard voices forward. And
Right.
I think both of you have a very unique voice. And I think that you both have this ability to make yourself heard. And I think you're inspiring.
Yeah, I'm inspiring.
I think you are inspiring for sure.
I don't know about you, Monte, but I'm inspiring.
Hey, man, look, man. I would like to think I inspire the youth. You know, I don't know about the people around my age. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But,
I think so a great deal. Because as the older we get, the more conservative we get,
True.
most of us.
True.
And you have been able to stay true to your vision and stay true to your voice. And you hold others accountable for that. I think it's important.
you know what? Maybe I am inspired. Yeah, let's go applause. You know what that?
Okay,
Let's some
very
applause going.
Well, I find Anu's inspiring also because he makes it look effortless.
Right.
He brings a lot of stories forward that I think a person like myself, an older white American, just wouldn't stumble across. And he makes sure that myself and my colleagues and my peers that we're hearing alternate stories to
Right.
what we usually consume. I'm impressed with both of you. I adore both of you.
I adore you, and you took a chance on me 10 years ago with a risky mockumentary, Monkey Gang, the mockumentary to be exact. And it was a few film festivals that took a chance on us, but not a whole lot. It was a handful, but it was good to have a film festival in Queens accept me, you know, because I'm from Far Rockaway, as many people may know. And that to be able to bring it home and actually get an award, that was my first award as a filmmaker here at the Queens World Film Festival. So that meant a lot to me. And then 10 years to the date that I screened at the Queens World Film Festival, I got a phone call asking to be on the board. And
That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. That's so great. That's
yeah, it
really
was
great.
a full circle moment.
Yes, it was. You know, you don't let anything stop you, and you have this ability to just keep going, and obstacles sort of seem to fuel you, and both of you. And I really think that that's an important ethos in our festival. You know, we had the Pandemic Festival in 2020, we had the Pandemic Festival in 2021. Here we are doing it again, and if you look over there, the room is filling up. There's tons of people.
Let me go ahead and let y'all
I'm
see
so
some of the
excited about
people.
this.
Pardon my impromptu camera changing, situation, but let me let y'all see what she's talking about. The room is
There you
definitely
go.
And it
filling
goes
up.
all the way to the street. I mean, it's really dense all the way in there. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
absolutely. My man Booz the Bizzle, who's a legend in I want to say film, but not just film, but like television, especially via the public access when it was a thing, when it was a real thing.
Right, right.
Salute to my man Booz the Bizzle. He says, "You guys deserve a bowl of jerk chicken." So
good,
I was
good.
late pulling up. This is actually a potluck. So I really wanted to bring a bowl of jerk chicken, but I missed a few items. I wish you could see the table. I got equipment all over here, so
It was amazing.
I
when
kind
you
of had to
walked in.
just
Listen,
just run
let
in
me go
here.
find some people to come talk to you.
Okay, yeah,
Some
yeah.
people, I want to talk to some filmmakers.
Okay.
I want to know what they're
I'll be
going
right
through.
back.
You know what I
No
mean?
problem.
But in the meantime, salute to V Smiles, who said earlier I was on Teddy Riley vibes. That's what we call at the Iran Network when your mic is on mute.
Right.
I don't know if you ever seen the verses with Teddy Riley versus I want
No.
to say Babyface, but the whole first time they tried it during the pandemic, his mic wasn't working. So now on the Iran Network, anytime somebody's mic is on mute, we say your mic is on Teddy Riley. So
got
salute
it.
to V Smiles. Bring her on
Yeah,
in. Bring her on in. Bring her on in. So right now we're gonna talk to alumni and other filmmakers while we can. I do have a lot going on. So first and foremost, nice to meet you. My name is Mr. M. What's your name?
And I'm Annie. Nice to meet you.
Annie?
Annie,
All right.
and this is Anu's.
Annie, nice
Nice to meet you, Annie.
All right.
So tell me about yourself, Annie.
Sure. Well, I'm an alum of the Queens World Film Festival. I've
Try
screened
to
here.
get closer to the mic. So I'm sorry about
I don't want to like.
No, you're good.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
good.
You let me know if I'm too
You'll
loud
see
or
it.
too.
You'll see it, but
Okay,
we're good.
Okay. I'm Annie. I'm an alum. I had screened here twice before with a short called Into the Woods in 2015,
Right.
and then another short called Cake in 2017. I think.
Right.
And now I'm here with a short film called Lunchbox. It's going to be our
Lunchbox.
New York premiere.
Right. So
This is
what's the
your New
movie
York
about?
Ooh, New York premiere.
It's going to be our New York premiere. Yeah, we're very excited. It is about a Taiwanese American woman who's preparing lunches from her childhood. And as she's cooking, she struggles to forgive herself for pushing away her immigrant mother.
Okay.
So she's cooking the meals that her mom used to make her as a kid. And as
Right.
she's cooking these meals herself, she's remembering moments from her childhood and remembering about how her and her mother grew apart. And it's about how painful assimilation is. How it's basically about a woman who was very ashamed of her Asian American identity growing up, and how she took that out on her mother.
Right.
And how she regrets that now, later on in her adult life.
Right.
That's interesting because I believe I don't know about your news, but my mother was born in another country, so I'm what they call second generation. Is that your experience as well? Are you second
Yes,
generation?
I was born here, but my parents are Taiwanese.
And what about you, Nus?
So I was born in Nepal. So I think maybe I'm the first generation here. If I'm born in Nepal.
I always get confused with the number.
Well, that's what I meant to say. Right, we're first generation here. But
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Right,
I guess
right.
that's what it's called, right? Am I saying it
I
right?
always get the numbering confused.
Yeah, but we were born here,
Yes.
but our parents weren't. But you were born
But
in
I was
Nepal.
born in
so-
Nepal.
Okay.
Yeah. So I moved here in 2014. So I guess I'm first generation.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't know how that works.
but-
I don't know how that works. But
I have no idea
You're
either.
going to
We are
deal with
children of immigrants.
right, and you're going to deal with I think what she's talking about because your children were born here, right?
True.
Do you have how many children you have?
I have fortunately only one, and that's enough.
Yeah. Me too. You go with one.
Yeah.
But they're going to be what they call Americanized.
Right.
And
they
some
are.
people get embarrassed about where their parents are from, right?
Right.
Yeah, I hope it's changing now, though. I do hope that the world is a much more compassionate place.
Mhm.
I mean, my film talks about like the lunchbox moment where, it's a very famous or infamous moment for a lot of children of immigrants. They go to school
Right.
bringing the food that their parents made them, which is, food that the quote unquote white kids are not used to.
Right,
and
right,
then
right.
they open the box and everybody's making
Smells
fun of
right.
them. So,
Smells
that's
different, right?
smells
Yeah.
different. People
Right.
make fun of you.
Right.
Then you don't want to eat their lunch anymore. And you
Right.
don't want to embrace your culture and your heritage anymore. So that is.
Yeah. How did you come up with
definitely-
the idea of making a movie about this story?
I mean, it's a very personal, deeply personal story.
Right,
so.
right.
So tell us one more time where you're from.
I am originally from Cleveland, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland, what up?
And I live in Sunnyside, Queens.
So
I'm a Queens resident.
you're a Bone Thugs and Harmony fan or what?
Both Thugs and Harmony fan. I am. You don't want to quiz me on my music stuff. It's just I'm not good.
I'm
at
saying you said Cleveland. I had to ask. So I'm a Bone Thugs and Harmony fan for real. So
That's great.
you know what I
That's
mean.
great.
They're from East 99. Are you familiar with East 99th Street? Or is that too much in the hood in Cleveland? Too deep in the hood? In the suburbs? No, don't be surprised. I mean, don't be ashamed of it. If you grew up in the suburbs, that's cool. But East 99 is the hood, in case anybody know. I'm just saying.
I know. I mean, Cleveland's got great music, though. It's very true. We do have a great music history. I'm just
There is a dope
unfortunately very
art
not-
scene. Yeah. So did you start making films when you were in Cleveland?
I started making films in high school.
High school.
Oh, high
That's
school.
in high school is when I was first getting interested in
Right.
filmmaking. And then I went to The Ohio State University. Unfortunately, they didn't have a film program. But I just took all the film classes I could.
Okay.
So, and I've just always been working in film and TV since then.
And Lunchbox, is it a short or a feature?
It's a short film.
It's a
And
short
it is
film.
screening Friday at 4:45 in the Redstone Theater.
Nice.
It's screening in the the block is called Food for Thought.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I like that. I like
So
that name.
a
I'm
lot
sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure Cather created that name. That sounds like a Cather. That sounds like a Cather niche name.
It's going to be a great block.
So this is your third time screening with the Queens World Film Festival.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
Oh wait, actually, I think it's my fourth time.
Fourth time. Oh.
Actually, it's my fourth time. First, I screened of the short called Emma.
Mhm.
That was 2013. Then it
Okay.
was Into the Woods in 2015. Then it
Okay.
was Cake in 2016, I think, and now this.
Right. And how did you hear about the festival for the first time?
I mean, I am a Queens resident.
Right,
and,
right.
I was just really excited to submit for a film festival that takes place in Queens.
Right.
Absolutely,
Queens
myself
pride.
included. That's how I learned about Queens World Film Festival.
Do you
Just-
live in Queens as well?
I'm from Far Rockaway.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Alright.
was raised in Far Rockaway. I don't live there currently, but I was raised in Far Rockaway. They can take pictures of us.
No.
Oh, we're gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
candid.
go ahead,
No, they
go
want
ahead.
us to be
Oh, he wants us
candid.
to
Just
be
we're gonna do
candid.
the talking. and
Okay,
we're gonna take
okay.
the picture. All right, cool. So you say you work in film and television now, right?
Yes.
Okay, what are you doing film and television right now?
Well, to pay rent,
Uh-huh.
because
I know. Oh, I know.
For the day job,
Yeah.
I work as an editor, and I edit trailers and promos for TV shows and movies.
Okay.
Solid.
Interesting.
So if you watch Game of Thrones, I
Uh-huh.
cut a lot of the episode previews for Game of Thrones. So like
Uh-huh.
on the next episode, for all of season 7, all of the last season, and most of the ones in the 6th season, you saw a lot of my work.
Right.
That's what's up. That is what's up.
And then
I'm proud of
outside
you.
Thank you.
And I'm happy that I got to meet you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because we just missed each other a bunch of times. Like I only screened here twice,
Okay.
but they were not the years you screened.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Wow. So we've just been
We
like
just
two
kept,
ships
yeah.
crossing in the
But we
night.
together, yeah. We
We made it
yeah.
this year. We're crossing. We're meeting
Yeah,
this year for
that's
sure.
what's up. I hope for a reason. I got a plug, y'all. Y'all heard it here first. She's big time in the industry. I'm trying to tell you.
And then outside of that, of course, that's what I do to pay rent. But outside of that, really trying to make a career directing.
Right.
Let's not use the word trying though.
Oh no, okay, you're right. I like that. I like that attitude. I like this. You're right. I am pursuing a career in directing. It's gonna happen. I recently finished up Netflix's. They had their first program for emerging directors
Uh-huh.
to direct their first TV episode. So I just wrapped up that program.
You just directed one of the episodes, you saying, or you
I
finished
just
the
finished the
program
program
that will
that's
put you in
supposed-
the running?
Hopefully, yeah, that's the hope.
That's
Okay.
good. Give me some.
So
Look
you're
at this,
making
yo.
progress.
Look at that.
That's really nice. So-
We're making progress.
Any particular reason why you are so passionate about like filmmaking, storytelling?
I just feel like, I feel like this might sound very cheesy, but I
Yeah.
feel like stories is one of the best ways to make a positive influence on the world. I
Right,
just
right.
think that a powerful story can change the world.
Right, right.
It can really, I think for me, when I watch a movie, it really transports me into somebody else's experience. It really deepens my compassion
Right.
for other people and for other experiences that I don't have. So, I don't know. I mean, I just think movies are just one of the most powerful ways to make a positive impact.
Okay.
I feel the same about music, and I think you're right. And I think actually art in general.
Yeah,
So
I mean, art in general.
I think you're on the right path. I think the message to your film is important, and I plan on watching it on the 4th. You said, right? The Friday the 4th, I believe.
Forgot what day is on Friday, but it's Friday.
No, that's Friday
I
the 4th.
know for sure
Yeah,
it's
that's
Friday.
the 4th. That's Friday, November 4th. I'm going to be watching Lunchbox the Short at the Food for Thought block. If you want to see where any other schedules and see when other movies are being played, etc., just go to the website that's actually in the description of this live stream.
Yeah.
Salute to everybody who just checked in. Stephanie Gill, I see you, sister. The Rose Show, I see you. Booze Bizzle V Smiles, I see you. All right. And we're going to get some more people in here. It's a perfect time to network and, meet your future comrades and some people you probably already know. So I don't want to hold you and be greedy and keep you all to myself.
Thank you so much for
But when you see me, shout me out. You know what I mean? I do hugs, so feel free to run up on me. And if I might wear this hat, but with a mask on next time you see me. All right? So it's me. I promise you.
Thank you.
Have a good one. No problem.
Yeah, nice meeting you. Bye bye.
All right, y'all. That was dope. Salute the hub. Man.
Right. Okay. This
So
is
look,
how,
they
like,
getting
what's
it in
happening
right now. Yeah, this was happening right now. They taking their pictures, and I think I see my boy in the cut. So I need to get an interview with my boy Anthony Curry, up and coming filmmaker. And
Montana, we got
I
a
think
company
before
now.
he comes, we got somebody already wants to join us, and I'm with it.
Hey.
I'm with all of the shits, as they
Hello,
say.
this is
Excuse my
great.
language, Queenswell Film Festival. I'm wild.
Who do we have here now?
I'm Clara. What's your lovely name?
Anuz.
Lovely to meet you. Clara.
Mr. M.
Mr. M, lovely to meet you, Mr.
Same
M.
here.
It's cool.
Tell me your name one more time so I don't mispronounce it.
Clara Francesca.
Clara.
Right. Clara, right?
Clara.
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 So thanks for
There we go.
So tell me about you. Tell me about your movie.
Yeah, so I'm normally an actor. So
Okay,
I
nice.
feel somewhat like I've invaded and intruded the documentary filmmaker space of New York City.
Right.
But in this context, I'm an editor, producer, director of a short film.
Right.
So I'm branching out of my mainstream, and we have a documentary called #MakeUsVisible.
Make us visible. Hashtag.
Yeah, which is a documentary about a festival of visibility of monuments in New York City that was launched in March. Because, I don't know if you know this, but how many statues of known women do you think exist in New York City?
A wild guess, maybe 10.
Yeah, it's like a very small number.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
there are more statues of horses
Right.
than women in New York
Right.
City. Which, right, that face says it all, Mr. That face says it all. Yes.
Listen, and there are some horrific statues in general. One in
Yes.
particular of a slave wiping the feet of a slave master, and guess where? Right in front of the courthouse in Brooklyn.
Yes, that's exactly what our pieces are tackling. And we need to talk about that, and we need to get them either down or put other things up. So this is a powerful conversation. Do you have a monument that you would want to create?
A monument in New York City that I would want to create. I'm gonna go on and say no.
No?
Yeah, I
You don't need
don't really idol worship.
Yeah, I like that answer too.
I don't really need
like
to
that
see a
answer, too.
statue of somebody who is just as imperfect as all of us.
Exactly.
You know, what are we looking at?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, as soon as you put that shit up, you're gonna find out some horrific stuff about that person.
Because humans are humans.
Humans are
And you're gonna
humans.
do
Yeah,
awful
And,
things,
and
right?
humans are inherently. All right, so this is my theory.
Yeah.
I came up with this theory on quarantine, the time I caught COVID,
Uh-huh.
and I just said, you know what? Humans are stupid inherently.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that everybody's just straight up dumb, but there's something you're willing to be stupid for. It might be money, it might be love, it might be family, but
Yeah.
there's something that's going to make you turn off all logic and just do something that's ridiculous. Hence how I caught COVID.
By doing something ridiculous?
By hanging out with a friend who was ridiculous, and I was ridiculous for thinking this person was safe, and I knew this person wasn't probably, it just, but I risk it for business. I risk it for business. You know
Right.
what I
So
mean?
business is your stupid.
Business is, I get stupid for business,
Yeah,
and family too.
Family?
And family too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get stupid for life. I'm community obsessed. I always want to connect, and then I'll end up crashing into a wall because I'm connecting and someone's foibles bucks up with mine, and
Right.
I
there's
get
some
it.
sort of chaos.
I get it. You can't always bring everybody together.
No.
Yeah, but you want to. I'm about
Let's all
community
play
too.
together.
Yeah.
So,
Same,
Kara,
but different. Yeah.
so you started as an actor. Now you are producing, directing, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of, I fell into it, but I'm a curator, I'm a co-curator and co-founder of this exhibition called Make Us Visible, and we wanted to share the story with the community of New York City, and so we interviewed New Yorkers and asked them about what they would like to see, and so we got answers from, we don't need more monuments, we need to take them down, so we should put other monuments up, and they're fun, they're augmented reality monuments that these
Interesting.
31 artists made,
Right.
35 artists made, and they are really interesting.
Interesting.
And, yeah.
So when is the documentary being screened? On what day?
It's being screened on Friday,
Friday.
November
4th.
4th.
November
Thank
4th.
you.
Okay, Friday, November 4th.
November 4th. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And in which venue? Do you know the venue?
At the 4 p.m. slot. Oh gosh.
Do you know what block?
Oh gosh, the 4 p.m. block.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
we
it.
have plenty of time. Don't worry. We have plenty
Listen,
of time.
listen. There's a website in the description, and you're just gonna go to the website, and you're gonna hit
No
the
problem.
schedule,
No problem. I'm just
and you're
asking.
gonna look for. Tell them the name of the film again.
I should. Hashtag make us
Make us-
visible.
There we go.
More
Hashtag.
horses
Make it-
than men.
We got a
The
comment.
women.
We got a comment. So Booze the Bizzle, my guy, says, "Hey, let's just keep all of the bad statues and stuff, and have multicultural city raves
Ooh,
around
can I take
them,
a photo of that?
and to raise the funds for the city."
Oh, I love that. Who's
Yeah.
the bit? Yes. I love that. I'm a big fan of social impact. So raise funds for the city would be good. Does that mean we all get health care? And we all get education?
That I
We all
will
get
be for.
Food?
I would be for free healthcare. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here, same here.
I don't want no more statues, but give me some free healthcare.
All right, cool. I'll
Yeah.
rally for that next.
Yeah. I like you.
I like you too.
Yeah. I'm gonna come to the screening
Do you
too.
both have movies as well in the festival?
No, we're board members.
Yeah, we're board
both
members.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
yeah.
thank you for making this possible. For real,
No,
for real.
no problem.
Did you used to make films? How
Yeah,
did you
yeah,
make
we
films?
still make films.
You still make
Yeah.
films? That's
Yeah,
amazing.
we're both alumni of the
Oh,
festival.
Right.
So I screened here 10 years ago, my first film.
What was your film about?
It was a mockumentary on gangster rap.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, called Monkey Gang, the mockumentary. And we tackled all the issues that people normally don't talk about when having comedies
Right,
about
right.
rap and hip hop. It's always, surface level,
Right.
oh, look at me, I'm a fake gangster and all that. But it's way deeper. It's a lot more issues from, the corporate influences that sponsor certain negative images of my people, and down to the culture of even molestation. There are people who get molested just for record contracts.
Just because what?
Just for record contracts.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so we had to
right.
talk about that. We had
Good,
to talk
I'm
about
glad
all
you
the
bring
stuff that nobody wanted to talk about. So it was real risky, and Queens World Film Festival took a chance on me,
Yeah.
and
you're
I
still
won
talking
the
about these?
audience award that year.
Fabulous.
And then I came back again in 2014, I believe it was. Matter of fact, don't even quote me on that. I came back in another year. actually, I think it was 2017. Excuse me. And I'm looking at that sign that has the 01 2014, right? And it was 2017. And I did a documentary on a youth advocate that I work alongside who teaches young people how to sew in Oakland, California, in the Bay. So she teaches young people how to sew, and then she took that project called So What to Uganda, Africa.
Yeah.
So they combined the Bay in Uganda, and we called it Project Bayganda.
Project
Yeah,
Bayganda, I like
and
that,
it was
I like
it was a dope
And she's still
documentary.
doing
on
that work. She's still doing.
She's still doing that work. I'm still doing my work. Anu's still doing his work.
Yeah, and
And
I
we're
bumped in Queens World Film Festival in 2017.
Yeah.
So in that year, it was part of my capstone of graduate program, and the documentary was called Fighting for Justice.
Yeah.
Then I applied for the festival in 2017. It got screened, and that's how I got in touch with Ketha and
Yeah.
a bunch of people. And now I'm with Mountain and in the board member. And
Now he's the man. He's the man now.
Not really. We're like trying to,
Both of your projects excite me a lot. I want to know more about them. I want to know what this lady's name and what she's doing there. I've got a bunch of friends in the Bay Area that would like to probably like help.
They probably already
rally
know her, to
for-
be honest.
What's her name?
Her name is Erica Ruiz.
Erica Ruiz. Okay, I'll check her out.
She's
Check
very
her out.
popular out there.
Yeah.
I
And-
lived in the Bay Area for 6 years.
Yeah? Yeah, there's a lot. That's good work. It's important work. And when you were fighting for justice, you said that was the name of the documentary.
Yeah, fighting
What
was
was
just
it talking
it was about like, so during that time the Trumpism was on the rise, and there was a huge spike on anti-Muslim hate crime, and unfortunately in Queens,
Yeah.
an imam was like murdered in a broad daylight, and then this was like finding, I was following the story of the son whose dad was murdered.
Yeah.
So he was trying to figure out like why somebody would kill his father just because he was wearing something different.
Yeah. Yeah.
And unfortunately, that guy was arrested, and then he got convicted for life imprisonment 2 years later. So that was the whole documentary all about. Yeah.
These are big conversations.
Yeah,
They're really
it
important.
is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So
Yeah.
when I screened the documentaries, the trial was not begun, so it was like half complete. And then after 2 years, there was a trial, and then there was a formal closure.
And so you finished the documentary.
Yeah, finished the documentary. Yeah.
And what
yeah.
happened after the documentary was released?
Oh, so what happened was my documentary was finished,
Mm.
and I gave that documentary to the family so that
Yeah.
they can archive it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of humans in the world. Like you said, humans are stupid, right? They'll be
Right.
stupid.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
mean to be grim.
No, no.
But I
think
just like, I look, because, all right, here's the thing. If we really want to break it down, right? History repeats itself. Why do we repeat history? Why do we continue to war? Why do we continue to do all the stuff that's just going to lead us to get kicked off this planet, evicted off this planet, right?
Yeah.
And if you want to go just a tad bit deeper, it's like we know what's going to happen. We already seen great civilizations fall, and we still allow, because a lot of us like to believe there's this power that we can't fight, right? There's this 1% or whatever, and that very well is possibly most likely true. But imagine a room full of 100 people allowing one person to ruin it for everybody.
Right.
How stupid do you have to be
Right, right,
to allow that one person to
Yeah.
ruin that 1%?
Yeah.
Because we give them the power.
Yeah,
We put the
money
power in their
and
hands to
rights,
ruin us.
yeah.
And then we complain every now and then, and they throw us a bone. And then we're like, all right, well, we put our favorite game back on, our favorite show on.
Right, right.
We'll be docile again.
I noticed that. So I'm an immigrant. I've been in America now 9 years, and I realized the other day I was touring a show up upstate, and I walked through the neighborhood, and every single house had a different bowl game on, which
Right.
is fine. Bowl games are great. Enjoy them. Go nuts.
Right.
But I was like, great, and so that's wonderful. But how are you all watching something different? All watching something different. And I want to talk about healthcare for all. That's
Right,
all I
right.
want to do right now.
Right.
Let's have a chat, and then we can watch the bowl game because then we're all being taken care of.
Right.
So I put it to you two. How can I help move that conversation? So like I'm part of advocacy groups and movement groups, but then there's always this argument of like the 1% will cap, the 1% refuse to pay their extra taxes because, and then people get scared. They're like, well, healthcare for all means that I won't have enough for my healthcare. And it's like, well, of course there'll be growing pains as you restructure a system, but many other countries have made it work.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, yeah, as local New Yorkers, teach me, let me know if something comes to mind. I honestly want to know. This is a conversation that I put in my poetry, I put in my art, I talk about randomly with new people all the time, and I don't want to get upset by it. I'm actually genuinely interested of like, well, how do we crack that code? But I think you're right. There's this 1%. I think you're right. It's probably real, but it's also a myth that
We
fogs
give them
our
the power
brain.
to
ruin
ruin
us, yeah.
us.
So how do we counteract
How do we
that?
take the power back?
Yeah.
Listen, to be honest, even if we do, it's going to be the same cycle because we're still
'cause
humans.
that's your brains, right.
So you got to keep fighting for the change you need. You want to be the change you want to see, and help move things forward. But at the end of the day, we're going to repeat certain things, but you still got to stomp it out when it comes. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the answer is. I think that's why some people go to religion and everything else. I don't know. So at the end of the day, I don't know what the answer is, but I just feel like we've been alive long enough as humans on this earth to know that we don't have the answers.
Okay, now we're getting to something now. Now Krita is getting up.
Thank you so much for
Thank you so much for coming.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet
Nice to meet you.
you.
Thank you, Krita. Yeah.
All right. All right. So right
We have
now,
on camera too. Krita now? Yep. I got this, bro.
we're gonna let the festival director She's going to talk to the audience, and we're going to let you see what's going on. Salute everybody in the chat.
Everybody, is everybody aboard in?
Catherine.
Everybody in, everybody in, everybody in. Everybody in. Oh, a camera. I just could not. Is this fine? Okay, everybody, thank you for being here to the 12th Annual Queens World Film Festival. Kick off! Okay. And because I'm a woman of a certain age, I tend to forget things, so I have to write everything down. All right, let's start at the very top. If you are a board member at the Queens World Film Festival, please raise your hand, stand up, do something to make sure that we know who you are. We have Rose Cordelia. You are a board member too, Rose Cordelia. Thank you. These people are as invested in your work as we are. Am I going to have to separate you three over there? Because I will. Thank you. They are just as invested in your work as we are. And thank you guys so much for being here. We have some of our board members are alumni, and they're going live here. You're going to meet them in a few minutes. The next thing, if you are a festival associate, please make yourselves known at this point in time. These are the people who are working. Oh, you can do better than that. Thank you. We do not call them volunteers. They are festival associates. They give of their time. They are seasoned professionals. They are at every stage of their career, and they too are invested in your work. They give up so much time to make sure that your experience is good, and that when you leave us, you leave stronger. You leave having accomplished something. This festival is not happening to you. You are part of the festival. You are building it. You are part of what makes it sing. It is about you. Now, if you are an alumni of the festival, please make yourself known. Please make yourself known. Good. Look what you built. Look what you guys built. Every time you shared a post, every time you submitted, every time you told your friends, look what you have committed. Here we are in year 12, and that is as much your doing as anybody else's. And now, if you are a partner, a sponsor, someone from one of the hotels, perhaps the gentleman who is sponsoring the awards, if you are one of those people, please raise your hand. Raise your hand. Very good. All right. This gentleman is making it possible for us, for the first time, to do what was in our original charter. Best of, in every single category, gets $100. You got to start somewhere, sir, and that's where we were starting. You and I just became best friends. I just want you to know that.
And a hug. And a hug.
And a hug. Very good. All right, now, if you are a filmmaker exhibiting in this year's film festival, please make some noise. Excellent. Very good. Yes. If your name is Neha Lohia, please make some noise. So the story of Neha is that she submitted her film, it was accepted, and then she came forward and said, I want to handle your marketing and your outreach. And you know that she is doing that as we speak. She's probably texting with her toes right now. And I thank you for everything. I thank you for bringing your incredible energy in. And so there's a lot of strong women that are involved in the festival, and sometimes that's a recipe for disaster, but this is not the case. This is not the case, so we're very, very happy. Now, I want to bring up a couple of people. We have It's in Queens here, and they have been incredible help to us from the very beginning. And I'm not sure which one of them is coming up. Are you guys going to arm wrestle for it? Rob and Kay, please come on up and take up the audience.
Neha. Does everyone know Neha?
Yes.
Does everyone know that Neha means love in English?
No.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
My name is Rob Mackay. I work for the Queens Economic Development Corporation, and I do a lot of promotion of restaurants and cultural events in Queens through the It's in Queens brand. Hashtag It's in Queens. That's my shameless ploy. Instagram.com / It's in Queens. Facebook.com / It's in Queens. What else? Twitter, dogs, blah, 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 blah. You know how it goes. Everything that's in Queens. Please follow us because we talk about everything that's going on in Queens. And I've actually been working for as long as this festival has been going. And it's funny because I always feel that Katha and Preston are the gifts that keep on giving. And this festival is the gift that keeps on giving. I'm very proud that it's in Queens. I think it's a great place for a festival. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you're staying out of town, I hope you're staying in Queens restaurants, not Manhattan restaurants. Queens restaurants are like $100 cheaper a night, I might add. I hope you're going to our...
We don't stay at restaurants, we eat at restaurants, and we stay at hotels.
What did I say?
Maybe you
okay.
stay at hotels, but
Okay.
we do have 8 Queens hotels that have given us great discounts for your guests, and we have 3 and counting. We have 4 and counting restaurants who are giving everybody for the month, I believe, of December and November, a nice discount. So please take advantage of that. That's on our website. Were you speaking? I'm so sorry.
Did I say stay at our restaurants?
Yes,
Stay
yes,
at
yes.
our hotels?
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right. I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Oh!
Anyway, this film, it's unbelievable what they do. It's unbelievable the diversity that we see in everything, subject matter, subjects, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Please enjoy yourself, enjoy your stay in Queens, and may the Queens Film Festival live forever.
Oh. Very nice. Excellent. And Jonathan Forgas is also from that organization. He has made many restaurants step forward to get involved. I want to hear from Montaigne and Anuz. These guys are alumni, and they have been in the festival multiple times and then volunteered at the festivals they were in and then volunteered afterwards, and I just had to invite them to be on our board. So this is Anuz Thapa, this is Montaigne Massa.
Thank you for making us feel so important. We're just your comrades in film. This is my comrade in news. All right, my perfect stranger in film, as we're calling it for the stream today.
Yeah.
We definitely want to interview you, so take your time and come over here and tell us a few things about your film so we can help promote it. I was told to give you guys a few words of advice. All right, so I'm going to just give you what I think of off the cuff. And basically, the main thing I want to tell you is to cherish each other. You have to network with each other. Everybody here is somebody you're going to see again in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and all of you are going to keep growing, right? So this is your opportunity to make some real deal solidified connections. And really quick, I just think a good example of that. This is not what I was asked to do, but I'm going to do it. Can I do it?
I don't know.
I'm a board member now, so I can do it. Nathan, come here. How old are you?
Oh.
He's 25 years old. 10 years ago, I screened my first film at the Queens World Film Festival. 10 years ago. In 10 years to the month, I was asked to be on the board. But another fun fact about 10 years ago, I went to Trauma Fest. That's what it's called, right? Trauma Dance. Salute to Lloyd Kaufman. Lloyd Kaufman and the whole Toxic Avenger clan and all that. And Catha had helped me meet Lloyd to possibly get me distribution. So I went to go network and I met Lloyd, and there was a 15-year-old kid running around Trauma Dance with stars in his eyes. I knew this kid loved film. I knew it. I spoke to him for like 2 minutes. I'm like, this kid loves film. What is he doing? So I said, you know, there's somebody you have to meet. You have to meet Catha. He met Catha, they shook hands. He did his due diligence and kept up with us amongst the years. And this was not nepotism, I promise you. There was over 700 films that got submitted this year, but also the film that was submitted was his first film, 10 years later. Now, he wasn't even a whole filmmaker yet. But remember the principle that I told you. Shake hands, meet people, get phone numbers, get Facebook, Instagram. There's no excuse not to stay in touch with people because they're going to come 10 years later, they're going to be your ally. Sidebar, he made me an extra in the film. I got another IMDb credit, y'all. Right? So that's what I got to tell you. Please cherish each other. You all made it this far. This year was the most films submitted out of every year. And you all got here because of how great your films are. So that means if you all get together and you make at least just one friend here, you're that much stronger. So imagine if y'all all connected, 10, 20 of you y'all, start a what's that called? A Discord that everybody's doing now? A Discord or something. You're going to be able to kick down the door and make waves for Queens, all right? And film in general. So, network.
I don't have like interesting story like Montez, but the thing is like, so I can't like match expectation. Anyway, so I bumped into together in 2017 when I was working on a capstone project for my grad school. I was making a documentary fight for a Queens World Film Festival, and then it got screened, which was a big thing for me. And then all of a sudden, after 2 years, Yata gave me a call saying, "Are you interested in thinking of social media, Instagram, TikTok, everything?" What happened was when I was screening on 2017, I made a vlog, like vlogging was a big thing back in 2016, not anymore because of TikTok and other Instagram. So yeah, I did, apparently like Yata liked that, and then she invited me and she told me, Anuj, I'm going to pay you extra. I was like, what? You're going to pay me for the thing that I love? And then I, worked with them, partnered with Dawn, Keta, and then last year we did, how many lives did we do?
We did live at 9 Thursdays in a row.
9 Thursdays in a row, and it was a crazy time because like we were, live interviewing filmmakers from London, filmmakers from Nepal, filmmakers from India, and we were like trying to schedule out, and we did it, and we survived. And in 2000, which year is this? 22. 22, I guess. I forgot everything after 2020. Anyway, so in 2022, we are now a board member, and we love Queens World Film Festival, and I agree with Montel. It's all about networking. It's all about meeting people. And if I hadn't like submitted my film in Queens World Film Festival, I would haven't been here. So yeah, thank you so much, Keta. And guys, network, meet people, have fun. And please talk to me.
See us, and if we don't get you today, we will get you virtually. All right, so don't worry about that. I love you, Keta. I love you, Dawn. Salute to everybody. Sam, I'll see you, baby.
Thank you. We also have another quick announcement for Dora, who is really the responsible person for actually making the party. I have an idea, but she makes the party. And Dora is also a board member. She's got a nice announcement to make.
Dora.
Thank you. Oh yes. Well, first I'll briefly say my history with the festival. I made a short film with friends in 2017. It was my first film I had ever worked on. I'm really more of a theater producer. So it was interesting, but we got through it. It was great. It was fine. Anyway, point being, we had a very healthy festival season in 2018, and then on a whim, we decided to submit to Queens World Film Festival. And my first event with Queens World Film Festival was this event. And I am from the Midwest, and there's nothing we love more than a potluck. So I was kind of like, these are my people. And also listening to Kathy speak, she's so inspirational, it's amazing. But I'll get to the point. The point is, I work for Citron Cooperman. We're a CPA firm. We're mid-size. We're growing every day. It's insane how many mergers and acquisitions we've done. We have a very healthy private client group that involves a lot of arts organizations and entertainment. And we also do a monthly charity festival, like charity type of event, where everybody gets to submit some money and then the company matches it. And this next month, we are doing the Queens World Film Festival. We're going to bring in some money, and Citron Cooperman is the perfect representation for that because of how supportive they've been of their employees like myself in the arts. They're just amazing, and I love working for them. I've been with them for 21 years, so yeah, it's been a long time. So.
Thank you, Dora. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to get into the meat of it now. We're almost in the middle of the comments, so we're going to get through this now. So I am the noise, and Preston Cato is the talent. Now I know I bring a lot to the table. It's not that I'm not diminishing myself, but in this relationship, I know how it works. If it's good enough for him, if the film is good enough for him, it's good enough for me, and I will do everything to make sure that the right people are in the right rooms to see the right films. I want you to please welcome up Donald Preston Cato, our artistic director. All right. If you were one of the screening committee, just raise your hands. If you were one of the screening committee, here we have, yes, Kira, Mia, some Chucksy in the back, Mazel, all these different people were watching films, and he leads the committee, and then the decisions are his. And we do it old school. There's 2 6-foot tables, and all the cards are color-coded. And he puts them around. In the middle of the night, I'm looking around for him, and he's out there rubbing his hands and I'm trying to fix this fucking piece of art. And it just goes crazy. And we move, and we move, and we move, and we move, and finally it's locked. So Donald Brestigator, I want to say in front of everybody, you have put together a masterful, incredible festival this year, along with your help. So why don't you tell the people a little bit about your process? I want you to move up closer. You're not as loud as I am. There you go.
However, I go through and I watch the films with my team. We take all the information that we have and art. I'm not so much interested in the plot. I'm not interested in those kinds of things. What I'm looking for is how does it hit? Where does it hit the mind? And that's what I'm looking for. I like ideas that are challenging. I don't mind if I'm frightened or put off. I'm not afraid of anything. It's your voice. That's very important. So the bottom line, it comes down to when I'm done with that film, well, I'm feeling right here. Your word hits me in the gut. You're in. And that's what I look for. It doesn't matter if it makes me laugh or cry, and I cry a lot. There's an awful lot of beautiful work out there. And it's unfortunate that we can't take all of it. We did pretty good 157 films this year. So all those people who didn't make it can still put another film together. So I just want to thank you for submitting the work to us and giving us a chance to screen it. Now, how I program it, we talked about thematic blocks. So you're in like-minded blocks. All of you who are here, there's something in common with the film that is in your block. You could have a piece of animation, you could have an LGBT film, you might have anything that's in the block, but the ideas are somehow related, at least in my mind. Hopefully, that in each block tells its own story. That's why we do this, so you can see that in your block. And the other thing we do is, what my little thing is, the whole festival is planned like a movie.
Did you hear him? The whole festival is planned like a movie. You may not know that, but if you came over and saw everything on the 2 tables, you would see it go like this, and then you would see it go like this, and then you would see it land. Kind of amazing, and don't worry if you don't see it. It's kind of in that head. What's the first film name?
What a shitty day.
We've been through a lot. And then almost the last image of the entire festival is in a film called Ava. And what's that about? What is that image?
Older woman walks down a tunnel into the light. So it goes from the shitty day. Walk into the light. All behind us.
So, let's have a round of applause for presentation.
Thank you, Don. Thank you.
So we're rounding the corner here. I want to tell you just a little bit about 2 initiatives that you might see and that we hope that you promote. One is the listening tour, and you see some stickers around. What we did in the off season is we started putting small groups of people together to talk about hope and resilience. And we made 27 of them. Alex was one of our editors and our shooters. We went into special education classes. We did seniors at Elmcourt. We did the kitchen staff at 2 dairies and delis when we realized that these were the people that were feeding me. They knew what we liked, how we liked our food, and I had never met them. I would have probably walked down the street and that human being would have been invisible to me. And that's what started to get us to understand what hope and resilience means to the city and who we are and how we are all the benefits of each other's resilience. We are all connected. Within 10 seconds of the close down, he sat down with a thump and he said, that proves it. That proves that we are all connected. We are connected. This festival is not happening to you. You are building it with us. The other thing I want you to know is the Culture for All survey. It's part of an advocacy group. We are really advocating that 1% of the city budget be bottom line for the city for arts. And we're working with the big dogs and the little dogs. And the big dogs doesn't have the big places like the Met and MoMI and Queen's Theater and all of these places, the commitment they made was astounding. They asked for 1% of the budget. And what they said is, if you give it to us, we will have all of those who do not have brick and mortar, we will bring them into our facilities. If you want to divide it up, then divide it up to every registered art nonprofit in the city. So they took the first option. They got 40 million more than any arts organization that we've ever gotten in the city. And immediately my phone started ringing saying, we would like you in 2013. We would like you in 2014. The arts came together and in an amazing way. And our 5 honorees are women who are cultural leaders. Everybody's saying, why are you doing 5 honorees? I'm so glad you asked. For hundreds of years, we've been honoring men. I have a lot of catching up to do. So there are 5 women that are going to be honored. The executive, yes. And we'll talk about them at a later time. This is about you. So what I want you to know, read your emails. Read them to the end. I know, I try to thin them out. I do. But there's information. You must have this information. Please get your materials in. If you are having a hard time, get a hold of us. We will make it so that it happens. All of the venues are short-staffed. All venues. We're all pretending that everything's normal. It is not normal. But we are forging ahead. So you must help us meet these deadlines so that we are not a problem. We are not a problem. We're going to bring a lot of people into all of these organizations. A lot can go crazy. Help us be good guests. Get your materials in, read your emails. Here's another piece of information. Don't get drunk at an event. It's just a bad look. It's a horrible look. Do not vomit on my shoes. I don't forgive that. It's hard for me to get over that. Don't get sloppy at the bar and say rude things to people. Do not get drunk. You're working. This is what you do. You are in the middle of your career right now. This is what it looks like. This is a work event. You can be happy and fun and have a great time, but do not get drunk. You don't want us writing home saying, good God, did you see what he did? You don't want that. You want to be part of the solution all the way down the line. Go see everybody else's films. Ask questions in their Q&As that make them look good. Do not start by saying, hi, I'm also a filmmaker in the festival and I'm screening later, so you might want to see me. By the way, how much was your budget? Find the thing in that film that if you ask it makes them look good. If we are all making each other look good, it's incredible. It's a party then. It's super fun. The streaming dates are November 20th through December 4th. We can talk about that in a week. I know everybody's got questions. Not today. Don't get drunk. I said that already. Go there, go there, go there. All right. Now, the last thing I hope it is, Nina, we did. Mike Leventhal from Banner Media Group is here right here. This is the most incredible phone call I ever got in my life. He spoke today. You're from PBS, correct? He wanted to know if I was actually doing the kickoff party a month before the festival. Because if I was, it was a brilliant idea. And it is a brilliant idea. And he's here with his partner to talk to you, to be on a reconnaissance, to talk to you, to find out your stories, and find out why you submitted to us and what you're doing and where you're coming from. But he got it. If we wait till opening night for you to meet each other, you've wasted a lot of time. You need to find the other people that are in your block. You need to follow them on social media. You need to say, hey, you're from Astoria, I'm from wherever. My Aunt Tilly is coming in. Where do you guys want to all have cocktails before the screening? Let's get together. Let's get everybody in your block together. And let's raise all of those votes. So when the schedule is live, the tickets should be live tomorrow. I have to turn 3 times and spin. Hold on. Okay. The tickets will be live tomorrow. And when they are, remind the people that you are screening in a block. Because Aunt Tilly is going to say, I didn't see your film. There's like a whole bunch of names and I don't know what it is, what's happening. I couldn't find your film. Aunt Tilly, my film is called Insect and I'm in Annoying Buzzing. That's the name of the block. And there's other films there. It's going to be a blast. You're going to see all sorts of wacky shit. Don't look for your film. Look for the block. There will be a link on your page that takes you to ticketing. And when you go to Brown Paper Tickets, it'll have the name of your block, and then it'll say 5 films that, 4 films that, 8 films that, and then it lists your films. Help the people find you. The reason we do it thematically is it helps us finding audiences that are interested in what you're talking about. It also helps you connect to each other. We have films from Iran, we have Korea, we have Taiwan, we have Corona, we have Long Island City, we've got Rockaway. All of these artists having the same conversation. They need to know each other. Another reason why we start so early is all this stuff's going to be on social media. The international filmmakers are going to go, you know what, this one's fun. I think I need to go. And when they come, look at everybody who's ready to welcome them. Not just myself, not just him, not just the board, all of you. This festival is known throughout the world because we bring people together. And I'm going to close with this. In every society, the only beings that are allowed to create are the gods. They're the only entities that they're just expected to create. There's no obstacles to their creation. You pull a fully formed human being out of your forehead. Why, of course. So what you have done is godlike. It is hopeful. It is important. We have a month to make sure that the world knows what you have done. So help me help you. And welcome to the 12th annual Queen's Gold Festival. Okay. Let's do some pictures. We would like all the filmmakers with badges. Let's do everybody, and let's try to get up here and get everybody up here. Shall we? And please take that food home.
All right, man, that was eventful.
It was great. And by the way, the speech, I was just caught off guard about this.
I was nervous as shit.
Yeah, you were nervous, man.
Yes, I was, man.
You were like flowing like water. Like
No, I noticed every little inconsistency that I made. I noticed it all. I was nervous as shit. Salute to everybody in the chat. Mr. Jones, I see you. He says we should get drunk still. We're not going to get drunk at the festivals. Not right now. But look at all these beautiful filmmakers. We're kind of in the way, but we're going to see what we can show y'all. Look at what's going on here, man.
These are our incredible filmmakers who have submitted movies for this film festival. How many movies are we screening this year?
100 and something. It's 150 something or something like that.
157 films, 27 races. That's a lot. And this is the highest we have ever gotten, you know?
I don't know how they're going to get all these people in this picture. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, but they tried it. Let's see what happens.
I hope they don't trip
My
up.
man got the camera right in his face. Look at him. I don't think this space is big enough. I don't think they're going to be able to pull it off. My man right here pulling it off, though. Nah, you're good. It's about you right now. Hey, my man, be careful, man. Yeah.
These are our filmmakers.
These are filmmakers, you know what I mean? And you can't really see all of them, but they're here. I promise you, there's a whole lot of them right here. And I know I can't interview everybody today, but we got to interview some great people so far. Hopefully we get a few more pulling up on us in a minute. Definitely got to get my boy Anthony Curry here.
These are our stars.
Okay. Where else are we going? Anybody really? How about there on the gimbal? Here we go. There we go.
It's lit right now. It's lit right now. Mr. Jones says, salute to y'all in a process that is becoming.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
That is deep. Mr. Jones, that is deep, brother. What's up? Yeah, man. Mr. Jones is from Queens, too. He's from Far Rockaway.
Get a poster. Learn how in 3 sentences say my film is named. It's in this blog.
Look, Catherine is a drill sergeant. Catherine don't play. Yeah, Catherine's a drill sergeant. I love it. I think it's her love for film.
Right.
My Rolodex is deep. I will do emails for you. You will send stuff out.
We're like
anybody that wants to do that.
We're like sportscasters right now.
Right.
We're giving you the play-by-play. So basically, this is the networking event that usually kicks off the film festival, where everybody gets to meet each other for the first time and get the networking and all of that. And
Just do one picture, and then we'll do Brooklyn. Who's here from Brooklyn? Yo, a Bronx.
we got it.
Yeah,
Manhattan.
Yeah, Staten Island.
Staten Island.
We have two films
I
from
want to
Staten
tell her to
Island.
stop
It'll be
these
okay.
group pictures,
So let's
but
have everybody
I'm gonna
from
just.
Queens
I'm not
say
gonna say
and then
nothing.
we'll move into Brooklyn.
I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it happen. I'm gonna let it happen.
Just Queens.
Okay, now it's time for Queens Filmmakers photo opportunity.
So now they're gonna do a group shot for everybody in Queens, or well, not everybody, everybody in Queens, all the filmmakers from Queens.
All Queens now.
Yeah,
Far Rockaway is in Queens, right?
but you know, say it again.
Far Rockaway is in Queens, right?
Far Rockaway is technically in Queens.
Right.
Us natives from Far Rockaway, we don't really claim Queens, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Like growing up, we was Far Rockaway.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Okay.
But I'm from Queens now because I'm on the Queens World Film Festival board of directors. So
That's smart.
I mean, I give up. I give up fighting, the mat. You know what I mean?
Oh, we got a lot of filmmakers from Queens.
A lot of filmmakers from Queens.
What do you want?
Queens get the money.
Right there.
Queens the place.
Thank you. Good, everybody. All right. Oh my God. Okay. Brooklyn.
They have all the 5 bombings.
Listen. Between these group shots, I don't know if we're gonna get any more interviews, man. I don't know what's going on.
We got Queens, we have 4 more today. Well, I'm gonna grab somebody because he was.
I got you.
Okay, got it. Come on up.
Y'all, Brooklyn. I gotta get here.
We need this.
Not really, but yeah, put them on real quick. Well, you sit next to me, so you don't need them. So, I appreciate you, man.
Parade first.
I was hoping to have more space, so we would have needed the headphones and all that, but I guess we don't need them.
Like Instagram Live.
Do what you want to do, player. It's your world, man. It's your time, man.
Okay.
Need to tell Kat to relax with us. They clapping all the time and all this, man. Fucking the audio all up. You know what I'm saying? We live at the Queens World Film Festival kickoff event. I'm here with your man Anthony Curry. You know who he is. You follow him. You already follow him. That's why you're on this page, right? And they'll see you later. You're gonna see them, right?
Yeah.
All right. You'll see you later. They're probably somewhere getting some ass in the rain. Yeah, they brainstorm and drinking. But basically, you should know that Anthony is screening his first film November the 5th. All right, actually 6 p.m. in Queens at the Queens World Film Festival. We're here live at the kickoff event. Let me give you a little. My name is Mr. M. I'm on the board of directors. This is my guy. He's on the board of directors. His name is Anuj.
Hey, this is Anuj. I'm another board of director. I love working with Montana. This is the first time I'm working with Montana.
And we're about to interview Anthony Curry right now. And salute to the person who just joined us. So, all right, we're going to put this somewhere. It's hella loud, so we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to do this. But
Get a little close, like.
yeah, hell yeah.
Gotta make a little love.
One
to
for
this
the
mic,
Oh my God. The Bronx is so rowdy.
Shout out to the Bronx.
Shout out to
It's a Bronx tale tonight.
Yeah. All right, so they loud as hell. Hopefully y'all can hear us. We're gonna. All right, it looks like they're picking us up pretty good.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So basically I'm here with my guy Anthony Curry. This is privilege. This is history in the making. Real talk. I got a lot of faith in this young man. This young man is going to go very far in film in general. He's been doing a lot of great things in film, television, and the music video even scene, right? Music video production.
Absolutely.
As well. Like I said earlier, if you heard me, I don't know if you heard me earlier. The audio probably wasn't the best because I didn't have a mic on me. But I met this man at Trauma Dance 10 years ago. And
2011 maybe.
it was 2012.
2012.
It was 2012
Yeah,
for sure.
Mhm.
This will be the year I first filmed with the Queens World Film Festival. That year I won the audience award. I screened Monkey Gang, the mockumentary. And with that being said, I met this young man, and like I said, that you probably didn't hear it earlier. This man had stars in his eyes as a youth, as a young kid. I knew a lot of people before they blew up, quote unquote blew up, right? Especially in the music game, I knew a lot of people before they had their moment, and I always recognized talent and drive, right? First and foremost, drive, because hard work beats talent.
Right.
Hard work beats talent every time. You know what I mean? You could be talented, but if you're lazy, you're going to lose.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, I realized that this young man had the love for film, and we had a great conversation. I introduced him to the head of the Queens World Film Festival, and 10 years later, he submitted his first feature-length film to the Queens World Film Festival in the most hardest year to get in. This year, they had the most films submitted. And it wasn't nepotism or anything like that. This young man's film is that good, and I'm gonna let him tell you the name of his film. What's the name of this film?
It's called Trap. Oh, I want to add to that story. And where we all met is in the place where the movie takes place.
Where's that?
In Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Yeah, I pulled up, and I think at the time I had a Honda Civic. I had a two-door
Honda Civic. Yeah.
I had a two-door Honda Civic.
Live in the Honda
Salute
Civic.
to my little big sis Jenny who sold it to me. You know what I mean? It was cool. You know what I mean? It smelled like what it's supposed to smell like. I just say that. And with that being said, it's a full circle moment for both of us. You know what I mean? Like we said, 10 years later, I got invited to be on the board. 10 years later, he completed his first feature-length film. Like he said, his first feature-length film takes place in the same place he met me and Katha, or Katha and I, excuse my French, right? So with that being said, for the people who don't care about this whole backstory, let's tell them about the film. What is Trap?
So Trap is an acronym for The Real Asbury Park. It's basically an amalgamation of stories about, the underground of Asbury Park.
Interesting. So I didn't even know that. I just thought it was a story about the streets in general.
Right.
I know it's a cautionary tale.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? But I didn't know it was really based on the people in, we say Asbury Park, right?
Right.
I
So
didn't
it's
know
like,
that.
it's like between reality and fiction. It like crosses between realities. Sort of like I've been trying to deconstruct this narrative. So like, rather than like an ABC story, I've been hitting this like BBB, like, not so much exposition, but going for like, I don't know. I don't even want to say a truth because it is a fictional film, but I want to say like, it's almost like a unreal. I want people to see the film and like feel like it's like almost unreal rather than like realness. Like I'm not really trying to go for like a certain realness. Like I'm trying to hit this like unrealness.
Trying to bring them into your world.
Right. Like and sort of in like a
imagination,
like a transcendental way where it almost puts you in a trance, like almost I guess like a drug experience. Or something.
So how did you come up with this idea then?
I wrote the film when I was like 16. Whoa. I wrote it
basically about a year after I met you.
Yeah, I wrote it like as a kid, like I was around a lot of kids that just like tough cats. Like so, it's kind of based on kids I grew up with. So
So you grew up in Asbury Park.
Yeah.
Tell me how you first fell in love with film, because like I said, one thing I noticed about you from the jump is that you love film. Tell me how you fell in love with film.
Well, it started. I always loved movies like I saw Willy Wonka like really young, and then my dad was like a huge film buff. He's actually an extra in the movie The Warriors. You ever see The Warriors?
Salute to your dad. Of course I see The Warriors. Salute to your dad though. Your dad is cool as shit.
Yeah, so I think him being a big movie buff got me very involved with the flicks. With the movies.
Talk to the people. Don't worry about me.
Keep telling your story. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I just love fucking movies ever since I was a kid. I just like I felt like I had cinema like in my blood, like I was born to do it.
Right.
And actually, my grandfather was a projectionist. So I always felt like the celluloid was like got into his fingertips and like went into my DNA or something.
So what sort of stories do you want to like tell?
What kind of stories do I want to tell? I just want to there's not even like a specific story that I'm trying to tell. I just like every time I make a movie, I want to reinvent the cinema. I think Kubrick said it. Like every time you go out, like try to reinvent it, like do something new. Like my next film will never be like what I just did. I mean, of course it'll have same revelations because it's the same author or the same filmmakers, but like, you know, I just want to reinvent it every time I go out and do it.
All right. So I had the same idea after my first film. So after my first film, I didn't want to be what they called a one-trick pony.
Right.
So I just kept I did different stuff. You know what I mean? But and I'm not wishing this on you, but with me, hold on, someone's moving our shit. Hold on. Let me just, with me, I feel like if I would have kept doing mockumentaries like every year, just put out another mockumentary, I'd probably be rich right now. So what happens if people just fall in love with one style? Oh my God, somebody coughed, y'all. Oh my God. That's it, y'all. I've been compromised. Anyway.
Hey, yeah.
Anyway.
Everybody calls to see everyone's like,
jeez, I've been compromised. All right. So what happens if people just want one style from you? What are you gonna do?
Oh, like if they want me to keep making gangster.
What if they want Trap Part 2 with Trap 100? What are you gonna do?
I mean, like, if they got the money to make it, I ain't paying for another one. But like, if somebody came at me and wanted to do another, I'd probably, if I could write it and direct it, because I think I want to stick to that, like writing, direct. Because I've got offers to direct other people's works.
Absolutely.
And just like it became a thing where it's like, I don't really want to. I want to just stick to, like, writer director is like
right.
I want to stick.
So I like that answer. If you got the money, then yeah. If not, you just talking.
Right.
I can dig that.
But almost in a certain sense, it's not like selling out. Like I feel like even if you made a bunch of documentaries, it's like
yo, it got to make sense. You know what I mean? Of course, anything we do is going to have the subtext.
Right.
It's going to have a message.
Exactly.
But at the same time, like we were saying, we don't want to be one trick ponies. We want to show people that we can do different type of films. Right. You know what I mean? So
I do have a sequel and a prequel idea for Trap.
Oh, interesting.
Yo, I think
once you see it, like
honestly. I feel that Trap should have at least a part 2.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it myself. I was like, yo, because you can kind of really say anything happened, like to get them out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to blow up the end for y'all. You know what I mean? But you can kind of say, yeah.
Well, my idea was to start from when they were younger than where they the growing up.
Yeah.
And like my one friend,
she got to shave that mustache.
my boy Brandon. My boy Brandon, who's one of the stars, Brandon Hallow, who's one of the stars of the flick. He just had a son, so like I was thinking when his son gets a little older, his son plays him,
right?
And then do like kind of like a Boyhood. You ever see that movie Boyhood with Richard Linklater movie where he shot it over like 10 years, and it's like they grow within the film.
Wow,
yeah,
okay,
it's cool.
Okay, I like where you're going with that. Word. So basically, Trap is, how would you categorize it? Tell the people how would you categorize Trap?
It's hard to put it in any.
Look, my people know me. Look, Mills Lane said. He said, the cough. A new film from Mr. M.
That's funny.
The cough. Yo, Mills Lane, I like that. You're going to be a co-producer on that one. Mills Lane, you're going to be a co-producer on that one. All right.
What did you ask? What genre?
Like not necessarily genre. Just give the people a spill. Like, how do you categorize it? What's the spill? I want the people to be interested in it. So give them a vocal trailer right now.
It's like a crime film about Asbury Park. There's a lot of like real people in it. So it's like
interesting.
The turns, between like, actors and real people. I would say like, 60% of the people, 70% of the people in the movie are just real people. They're not like actors. It's all like, and I just like kind of, drag a performance out of them and just like, so
was it easy or was it difficult to make non-actor act?
Sometimes I like taking real actors and putting them with somebody who's not an actor, because I feel like a real person will give you something that an actor won't sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes, because an actor or a real person is going to give you a piece of themselves rather than an actor who's giving you a performance.
Right.
Not every actor, but I'm just saying, sometimes like, I don't know, there's a certain realness that comes with using real people.
Right. And how long is the movie?
It's 96 minutes.
96 minutes. Nice.
96 minutes.
Right.
So hour and a half, hour 36.
Right.
Yeah.
So listen, my fault, because you know we gotta go after this. Me and him, we about to hang out after this, so I'm making sure the homies meet me where
we got business, baby.
We got business to handle. But with that being said, you started writing the film when you was a teen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and you had a lot of time to kind of perfect it.
Right.
And I would imagine you also had a lot of time to get the resources for the film.
Right. Well, the film changed over time. So, like, say if you read the original script, wasn't even called Trap either. So if you read the original script, like, it's so different from the movie. Like, because somebody asked me to read the script, and I was like, it's not the same movie. Like, over time, like, the characters were almost changing in front of me. So I was almost within the edit, like, you're almost rewriting the film. Like, you can almost rewrite a film. You can make or break a film in an edit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was just working off something that was there. It's almost like I've been putting all these chemicals and all these different things inside this bottle, and I'm shaking it up and documenting the explosion.
Right.
If that makes sense.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking real life fiction, this story, putting people into situations, maybe feeling uncomfortable, maybe feeling not. Like, a lot of these people are from the streets, so it's like they knew that lifestyle. So it wasn't like foreign to them. Like, maybe an actor, like, don't know how to hold a gun or something, but like these like my boy Brand, he was 15, gonna do 15 years for like armed robbery as a kid. So like, and we were talking about the prequel before, like obviously the prequels, but so like all these real stories, almost like it's like the residue under the surface of like what this movie is. It's like, because it's just like it's real, but it's unreal because it's so wild and trippy.
What made you want to have like actual like positive subtext versus just going ham with the gangster shit?
Well, I didn't want to make an expose on like gang violence. That's not what I'm about. Like, I'm not really ever trying to say anything. Like, I don't really have anything to say. I just like, it's more about like a feeling or a mood or like, just getting you into that process of just like feeling rather than like, I don't want movies to like tell me what to think. Like,
okay.
I want you to figure it out. Like, that's why it's almost even hard for me to explain the movie because it's like,
because it's a feeling.
Yeah, I'd rather hear it from you or it's not anybody else, because like they would tell me more than I might even know about the film, because it's more about a transcending and
because it's art.
Right.
The approach you're taking is definitely art.
Right.
And on top of that, art is subjective. It's to be interpreted.
Right.
So I feel you on that.
Right.
Not to mention, people actually remember how they feel and not what you said to make them feel that way. So I can dig that, man. So that's dope, man. Congratulations again, man.
Thank you.
Talk, man.
I appreciate it.
All the best for your movie, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate you guys.
Yo, you know who I think want to talk, and I'm ready to talk to him? It was the short.
Hold on, let me turn this off.
You know what I'm talking about? He over there, go get him. You know what I'm talking about with the blue shirt on, the yellow dress?
He's a
The short Indian girl.
hold it.
Yeah, the short Indian. How you doing? How you doing?
She's like with the festival.
Yeah.
With the yellow.
Yeah. So that was Anthony Curry, Future Scorsese. Don.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, both of you come. Come on, Don. Yeah, see you next.
Okay, we do have now Don, the artistic director of Queen's World Film Festival, and I believe we are Mukesh.
Yes.
So Mukesh, introduce yourself. Yeah,
Okay.
come closer to the microphone. Yeah.
Sorry. So my name is Mukesh Mori. I'm a filmmaker, and also I run the streaming platform. So I just released my film last year with Oscar nominee Eric Roberts.
Oh, nice.
Streaming on Amazon Prime right now.
Right.
And then I'm working on another film, which is a psychological thriller with Morgan Freeman's son.
What?
Yes, Alfonso Freeman is under post-production right now.
Right.
And then I'm working few projects in Bollywood.
Right.
I'm releasing another web series in 2 weeks
Right.
on my platform. It's like
What's your platform? What's the name of your platform?
Indie Films World.
Indie
Indie Films One.
World.
World.
World. Yeah.
One or world?
WORLD.
Like
World.
Queens World Film Festival.
World.
Yeah.
Let's say it one more time. IndieFilmsWorld.com.
Yes. .com.
And where else does it stream? It's online, obviously.
Online,
but
of course.
Is
It's
it
worldwide.
Is it any on any OTT apps as well, like Fire Stick and Amazon?
Yes.
And
Amazon, its own app is there.
okay,
It's,
got your own app.
Own app. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Idea is to help independent filmmakers.
Right.
That's the main reason
Uh-huh.
I started, because when I made the first film, The Elevator, I realized the pain of the independent filmmakers.
Right.
Absolutely.
They don't get anywhere to release their film.
Absolutely.
Like how the Queen's Film Festival is helping all the independent filmmakers so they can come to the festival
Right.
and they can get exposed and get to know and come in the front of the world.
Right.
That's what the whole idea. When I had the problem, I could realize there's so many people, like thousands of people, the filmmakers, they make the film,
Right.
but they don't know where to release it.
Right.
They
Yeah.
don't get any help from anybody. So we made this platform to help independent filmmakers.
Right.
We also finance if somebody needs so we produce and we finance the people who need the fund.
Right.
So we do that also.
Right.
Wow.
That's-
Indie Film World.
Indie Films World.
Indie
.com.
Films World with an S. All right,
Yes,
plural.
that's right.
Get it right, y'all. Get it right now.
Independent. And Lucas, how did you get in touch with Queens World Film Festival?
Queensboro, I would say I'm blessed to meet Don and Katha.
Uh-huh.
They're amazing. Of course, the main reason to meet was the source was Neha.
Neha. Okay.
Neha introduced to me Katha and Don.
Right.
And it was really, I met them and it's like they are wonderful soul, I would say. They are a good soul to helping so many people. You know, as he mentioned, like a God creation, like somebody mentioned about that. You that's what you said, right?
Right.
You exactly. That's what it is. Because coming from here, putting on the paper, and then putting in the real, you're putting the real world in the real world.
Right.
That's what you're doing. That's amazing. And thank you to Queens Film Festival. They're helping so many people.
Right. Don, what's
So-
yeah, go ahead.
No, listen, I want to ask some like greedy questions about. I want to know about the streaming platform. I want to know a little bit more about that. So I know you stream on the OTT apps and all of that too, right? How hard was it for you to set that up? Because I'm setting one up for myself, and
So
there's
it-
a lot of third parties.
So there's many ways to do it. You can do cheapest way, but it won't be good.
It won't be good.
Okay, and then people will just sign on and they will out. That's about it.
Exactly.
You need to be like really, you need a good platform. So actually one thing, thank you, asked me this question. My platform, I can guarantee you, and I can be on loud. You put any film on Netflix and Amazon, the next day it will be out on the market with the bad people, right? The black market or whatever you call, and people can watch it. On my platform, I have a security software. People cannot copy it. Even though if you take a screen picture, it won't come out. It will
Right.
come out black picture.
Right.
Okay.
So that kind of, if you go to any like iPhone,
Right.
you can do screen mirror, like a
Right.
screen
Screen record.
record. You can't do on my platform.
Right.
You can do on any other platform. You cannot do on my platform.
Right.
That's kind of software we are using it.
Okay.
We're
Wow.
spending a lot of money. It took me
Yeah, it's
took me
not cheap to
a
do
lot
this,
of
yeah.
time to create that. And now I'm very proudly say that because all the producers, they don't want, they work very hard. The filmmakers, they work so hard, and then their movie is out in the market,
Right.
right? On the fake people, they spend so much money and the money is gone.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
piracy is
absolutely.
killing everything. Yeah, I know.
In my platform, nobody can download it.
Yeah.
Nobody can copy it. That's kind of software and that kind of security we are giving to the producer.
Right.
How do people get in touch with you if they want to submit a film?
They can go to my Instagram, IndieFilmsWorld,
Indie Films
or
World.
they can go to IndieFilmsWorld.com, or they can email me at info@IndieFilmsWorld.com.
Okay.
So if you were watching this or you watched the rebroadcast, you just got hooked up. You just got a plug just now.
Right.
And also,
They just got hooked up just for watching us.
yes.
They just got lead on film distribution just from watching us right now. You know?
Let's come to Don now. Don, what is so different about this year's film festival?
Well, what's different this year is, first of all, the number of films that we received.
Right.
It was a very short window, and we had a short window on purpose because we thought, well, let's just take it easy on number 12. And so therefore, it was about three months, a little bit,
Right.
and we had twice as many films that we've ever had.
Right.
And so that meant then the weight is on us, my
Right.
team,
Right.
to go through that. You guys are on the team.
Right. Right.
That you can see yourself how much work there was and how good what we had was.
I couldn't keep up. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I got an important question. How mad are you with me that I couldn't keep up?
Same here. Same here.
Tell the truth.
I want to cover my
We
face.
couldn't keep Anuz and I couldn't keep up with all these films.
Cover my
and shit.
face. I couldn't
Well,
keep up.
It is a daunting task.
Yeah.
I mean, I understood it, and so I have to be the one who's responsible, and that's
Right.
just the way it is.
Right.
Because we say we'll watch all the films.
So you didn't get mad at me? You're not mad at me?
No, I'm not mad at you.
No, I love you, right, Don?
Yeah,
All right.
that's all right. We're still good.
All right, we
You
still
can
good.
hand off a DVD to me anytime.
That's an inside joke. I actually was burning the DVD, my screener DVD for my first time I was in the Queenswell Film Festival in the car on the way to drop it off.
Right.
And then it like popped out like right when I got to the
Yeah, I told, and I said no handoffs. And I met him at the corner. He handed me through the window, and off we went to play.
Nice. That's quite a story.
Yeah, and then it didn't work when we got to the theater. But I had an extra one in the car, so the screener went off still.
Okay, it's like what sort of stories do you want to tell?
Stories about
Yeah, stories about what? Like what kind of stories like hook you up that you want to share to the world?
so like you mean to say to motivate the people?
Right.
So let me tell you like how I started getting into the films.
Right.
I wanted to getting into the films, and then I have another short film which is called Vision, where like what I'm doing, like I go to India. I'm
Right.
from India.
Uh-huh.
I go once in a year, and I sponsor free medical checkup for the people,
Right.
and also do free eye surgery,
Right.
like cataract surgery. So one of the persons said, you know what, make a short film on it.
Right.
Then it will motivate the people. And I want to tell everybody that please follow your dream.
Right.
Follow your dream. Do not give up. Work hard, and it will come through. It takes time. Have patience. Everything takes time. You know, like the Eiffel Tower and Empire State Building was not done in one day.
Right.
Everything takes time. Have a confidence in yourself. Believe in yourself, and follow your dream, and you will get whatever you want.
Right.
That's what I was. Work hard. Be nice. That's about it.
And that's the same thing with the festival. I mean, we just said one day we're just going to do it.
Right.
And here we are 12 years later.
Mhm.
But it is all about the films that come in.
Right.
And just like watching them, you have to just keep going.
Mhm.
You know, because we make a promise to everyone that we watch your movie.
Right.
And we will treat everybody fairly.
How hard was the first film festival that you did versus today, versus the year 12?
Well, year one, I don't think we knew what we were doing. I mean, we had a pretty good idea.
Right.
But still, because of my background, I mean, I'm still in Catholic too. You know, what we were looking for was, you know, unusual stories, well done. That's all. Just, you know, show me something, put your guts into it. And those are the films, and that's what we established in our first year. Was give us something. That's how your film got it. I've never saw anything like it.
My film was probably the craziest film I've seen myself to the date.
Well, I always liked the baby thing.
Yeah, if you didn't see Monkey Gang the mockumentary, you won't get it, but you should. But it had a great subtext, but it was over the top. It was over the top, but we felt we had to be over the top to drive the message.
Well, you were committed to it, and you didn't. And in your case, you just never once stopped. You didn't compromise.
Right.
I did.
It is what it's like a trap.
Right, Trap by Anthony Curry.
That's his film. He does not compromise,
Not at all. Yep.
and so there's something in that you're not relying on structure or genre or any sort of backstory. You're just involved in these people's lives,
Yeah.
and at the most crushing emotional moment you can deal with,
Right.
and it's one after another.
Right.
And so that's really bold filmmaking.
It is, and I think that's probably one of the reasons they gave you guys the award, the recognition of the best filmmakers, best film festival for new filmmakers, right? What was this? A Movie Maker magazine, was it?
Yeah, that's right. Movie Maker magazine. The last year we were in the top 50 in the world. This year we're in the top 20 for new filmmakers.
Okay.
There you go. And
Now
that's
coming-
what they look for. They look for that grit. They look for you to be committed. They look for it not just to be a cookie cutter version of their genre. They're looking for that blood, sweat, and tears in your film. Just to
Right.
throw that out there.
Right.
News?
Coming back to Mukesh, like I know like India has a big film industry. Like there's Bollywood, there's Tollywood.
Yes.
Now, how is the scenario of independent movies in India?
That's a good question.
Very good question, 100%. So right now, what's happening? People are tired of seeing the same people and the same story again and again. They want to see the real world. They want to see the real thing where the people can get connected. That was doing independent filmmakers because they are bringing the real talent to the world, not fake talent, right? Because all this commercial, their parents, their kids come,
Right.
they have no talent,
Right.
but they have a money, but they're a fake talent. They're not real talent. They make the story only for themselves.
Right.
Here, the independent filmmakers are doing for everyone, bringing the real talent, bringing the people who are from the street.
Right.
And if you are connected to them, that's the only way you can get connected.
Right.
What you are, you will like the person. What the other person is like you.
Right.
You will not get connected with the person who is very rich or something. You will get connected to the real world.
Right. Right.
So the independent filmmakers will definitely take over all this commercial nonsense.
Right. Right.
That's what
right.
I would say.
Oh,
I like that.
Yeah.
I seen it's probably a silly movie. It's probably slapstick. But I seen my favorite Bollywood movie is Singham. You know Singham?
Yeah.
There are 3 parts of Singham.
I love
Yeah.
Singham,
It's
man.
totally like we call it masala movie. Like
What does that mean? What does that mean?
masala means it's full of spices.
Yeah.
You get
Mix all
action,
mix
you got
action,
comedy,
drama,
you got
exactly.
everything.
If I told people in
Like
India,
a cocktail.
Yeah,
Right.
Let people,
cocktail,
masala
yeah.
is a cocktail.
if I
Okay,
told
right.
people in India I love Singham, would they think I was like a film hack? Like, why would he? Is that like a low grade film out there?
no.
No, it's
It was a blockbuster.
The blockbuster?
blockbuster.
Oh,
Huge
good.
blockbuster.
Cause that's my favorite Bollywood movie. I love Singham. You ever see Singham?
It was a
So-
Oh my God,
So
you
you
gotta
should
see
watch
Singham.
my web series.
I
Which
will.
is coming next in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's called Mission Kashi. The Kashi is a spiritual place in the entire India.
Right.
And the terrorists want to bomb the Kashi because it's a spiritual place.
Right.
Yes. They want to disrupt India.
Right.
So that's the web series about.
Mission
It's a
Kashi.
5 episode.
Okay.
It's called Mission Kashi.
And it's on your streaming platform.
It will be on my streaming
When I
platform.
go to your platform, I have to sign up and make an account.
Yes.
Okay.
You have
Is
everything.
it free or is it how much does
So-
it cost?
So I tell you what, it's one of the best price ever.
Uh-huh.
So the 5 episodes, 3 episodes you can watch free. 2 episodes you pay $2.99. That's
Okay.
about it. And if you want to sign as a monthly, it's a $3.99.
That's good.
And if you want for the yearly, it's only $24.99.
That's
Oh.
really good.
So
Nice.
$24.99 you can watch all the films for the entire year.
Right.
I have more than 100 films there, and I'm buying more films.
Right.
It's good films, all independent filmmakers film, and it's amazing collection.
Right.
Watch it and subscribe it. indiefilmsworld.com.
Yeah.
All right, man.
go ahead and
I'm
watch
gonna email you,
Mission
man.
Yes.
I might have a film for you, man.
Sure.
Yeah,
Love to
man.
buy it.
It's over the top though.
That's good.
All right.
actually have one for you too. They're great.
Yeah, we all got films for him. Yeah. Lowerville, salute. Kicking the Door show, salute. I'm glad y'all here in the chat right here. We at the Queens World Film Festival kickoff event. You know what I mean? Of course, this crazy person put me on the board. I don't know why they put me on the board, man.
Because you're crazy.
Because I'm crazy. I'm a handful. You know what I mean? So but you know that we're here enjoying ourselves, and the film festival is November 1st to the 5th. I want my whole union, Ranchers Union, come out. You know what I mean? And if you're watching this on the Queens World Film Festival Facebook page or the YouTube page, you should know what it is. You definitely need to come out. And the link to the website is in the description. Holla at us.
Yeah, November 1st to the 6th, Montaigne.
1st to the 6th.
Yes.
Excuse me. I'm on 1st to the 6th. Excuse me.
What's going on there?
I don't know. I don't.
It's crazy.
Why is that?
Yeah.
So the 6th is going to be in awards.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Sunday night.
Sunday nights, the awards. Okay. All
So I
right.
want to just give my last message. I want to tell everyone who is watching it, if I can do it, you can do it. If he can do it, you can do it. If he can do it, you can do it. believe in yourself, and you can do it.
What
I
about
like
me?
this guy.
Of course.
I like this guy, man.
If you can do it, you can do it. That's it.
You can do it. You heard it here first. You know what I mean? Don't mythify it. Don't think it's some pie in the sky. You know what I mean? Just put your blood, sweat, and tears into your film and finish it.
Yeah.
Finish it. Commit to it and finish it.
You wanna join us?
There is no. Don't believe in luck. It's all hard working.
Right.
Do not blame that. Oh, I don't have luck. Don't say that. There is 100 ways to do the things, and there's 1,000 ways to find an excuses not to do it.
Right.
So that's what I would say.
So if your stomach hurt, get up and do the work anyway.
That's right.
All right? You might just be nervous. All right?
Thank you, guys.
No,
thank you
you.
very much,
Yeah,
man.
thank
Thanks
you.
a lot. Appreciate
I
that.
will be in
Thank you.
touch.
Nice meeting you. Thank you.
Wait, and you have a film this year too?
I'm sorry?
You have a film in the festival this year too?
No, I don't.
Oh, he's just the VIP.
He's just finding good
He's VIP,
information.
yeah. This is what you come to the film festival for distributors to find your film. That's what
I'm
you
a part
come.
of it.
We're happy
I'm
you're here.
calling myself part of it.
We're happy you're here. Yes. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you, guys.
That's it. Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna see what more filmmakers we can squeeze in before I gotta get up out of here. We've been live for an hour and 39 minutes now. If you in the loop, you know where I'm going next. But we're gonna get as many filmmakers in the loop as possible. Come on, guys. Come over here.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. Good. What's your name?
Brendan Ward.
Brendan
Ward.
Brandon Ward.
Nice to meet you.
And your name?
Grace Burdick.
Grace Burdick. I heard a cough earlier, Grace.
Oh, no.
Are we okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
we're good.
Mission aborted, guys. Everything is safe.
Luckily.
That cough
Yeah.
didn't mean nothing. All
Tell us
right.
what brings you here. Tell us what brings you here.
I wrote and directed a movie called Here For Us. It's a narrative feature.
Okay.
And this lovely lady next to me is Grace Burdick. She is both a star and a producer of the film.
That is beautiful. So tell us what this film is about, and then I want to get into her role.
Yeah. So it's a treasure hunt mystery centered around a treasure buried in the woods, sort of loosely inspired by D.B. Cooper. And it is a three-hander. We have three leads, one location out in the woods in a 1930s cabin in Pennsylvania in the Appalachian Mountains.
Wow.
And it's basically a mystery treasure hunt, which is the engine for a family drama, which is really essentially what it comes down to, is a family drama about a brother, sister, and a best friend who's dragged into this thing and is trying to make sense of this family's, chaos.
I want to definitely hear more about this, but I want to hear about her character now. So hey, get a little closer to the mic.
Hello. So my character is Abby. She is a young queer woman living in New York City, and she comes from a family that has a long history of mental illness. She's been through some terrible things in her life. Her father took his life. Her grandfather took his life. And she has this brother who she loves very much, who decided to go off the grid a while ago and search for this treasure. And she's been worried about him. And she receives a letter from him saying, I need your help. I need you to come out here. And luckily she has a incredible best friend named Sam, and they decide that they're going to go on this adventure together, and they head out to Pennsylvania to find her long lost brother. And she really, when we started the film, I would say that this character was an equal part of the three of them. And then as we started shooting and as editing went on, she really took the lead as the bad bitch of the film who figures everything out and keeps the morale high and believes in, finding the treasure. And yeah.
Nice.
So what made you want to produce the film as well?
So this is actually me and Brendan's sixth project together.
Oh, okay.
Sixth project.
We've never done a feature. It was always shorts,
Always shorts, all right.
or music videos or something like that. And it was mid-COVID, and Brendan was like, I've got an idea. And I was like, I will do anything in my power to help you make this happen.
Right.
And we just...
Say that closer. I need people to understand the passion it takes and the kind of collaboration.
Yeah, so
I like
Brendan and I
that.
have worked together in film for, I want to say 4 or 5 years. 4 years.
At least.
Almost
Look
5
at that.
years.
Look at that comment. My man Boo said he's not following anybody into the woods.
Well, if you
Least of all me.
for
Least
family,
of all.
least of all this fucking guy. No, so yeah, and I always believe in any project Brendan wants to produce, and I heard he wanted to make a feature, and I was like, you know what? We are all looking for something to believe in right now. It's mid-COVID. We have nothing to do. A lot of us are unemployed. Like, let's just fucking make it happen.
Right.
And so we got together, and I told him I would give him whatever support I could, and we did it.
Yeah. Also, to be clear, like Grace is fully underplaying her involvement in this whole thing. Like I could not.
Tell.
Yeah. I mean, she's a producer. She's one of the leads of the film. I mean, I can sit there and say I have an idea for a movie. I can sit there and say I wrote a script. I can sit there and say let's go shoot this thing. But without the actors in front of the camera, without the producers behind it making it possible, without that planning, I mean, also not to mention the cabin where most of this thing takes place is her family's cabin. So
That's what's up.
we're talking about not only sort of the engine in front of the camera, but an engine behind the camera as well. So I don't want to
Thank you.
downplay Grace's
Thank you.
involvement in this whole thing.
It was
How
amazing.
did you come up with this movie idea then?
I think as a writer, you come up, you're constantly firing off on ideas.
Right.
And I think the ideas that stick around, the ideas that make it through your life, can have a momentum, and they can gather together.
Right.
This idea was an amalgamation of a bunch of different things. Failed shorts, failed features that I had written, things that I had abandoned.
What makes them failures? Why would you say fail?
Ooh,
I don't mean
great question.
that's a good call out because I don't think failure is the right word, because I think the whole process is you have to do as opposed to talk. You have to iterate as opposed to give up. And I think when I say failure, I just mean things that didn't make it all the way through the birth the birth canal, right? Like these are things that just they got stopped along the way, but I guess they weren't failures in the end because these are things that ended up in the movie, right? These are ideas that, whether it be the relationship between the brother and the sister, whether it be the treasure hunt, the obsession, all of these things, were ideas that I had previously that sort of, when the pandemic hit, when I had that itch of like, I have to make something, they sort of all snapped in place. Yeah.
Right. And what got you guys into storytelling?
I just want to say this real quick. That it's usually like that. All the resources kind of come together when they're supposed to, and it's like the perfect storm.
Well, and things that don't get made just stay in your brain, in your atmosphere, and they can always come into another project.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of saying it. Sorry, what was your
Yeah,
question?
what got you into storytelling?
I got asked this question earlier, like when did you get into filmmaking? And like, without trying to be corny, like I'm one of those people who's literally been doing it their whole life. Like my parents bought me a camera when I was a little kid. Like I've been making movies. When I saw Spy Kids as a kid, me and my friend decided to remake it ourselves. I'm talking like, 6 or 7, maybe 8 years old, something like that. But you can watch the movie. I'm directing my friend's dad. He's the one shooting it. And I'm telling him where to put the camera and where to. So it's a compulsion. It's something I've always done. So I don't really know where the source is. Yeah.
What about you?
I've been doing theater since I was 5 years old, and
wow.
I kind of had the same thing where like making movies as a kid, like camcorders and
DV tapes, mini
yes,
DV. Shout out mini
all of
DV.
that.
It's back now. It's cool now.
Yeah.
Mini DV. Oh yeah, that aesthetic is everywhere. I see the Fast and Friends shooting.
The Panasonic 100s. They're gonna come back out.
I see them. I work on. I'm freelance. Like all of us. We're all doing stuff, camera operating, all that. Yeah, and I'll see people who are hired just because they have like a mini DV and know how to still log and bin that footage.
Wow. Yeah, for
sure.
How did you two meet?
College. We lived close to each other. We had similar friends. We didn't go to the same school, but we had similar friends. We met in Santa Barbara. And we didn't really become friends really until I moved to New York and Brendan was here and we both loved film and we started on this journey together and decided to start making stuff.
The funny thing is so we met in Santa Barbara and I'm a community college kid. And she didn't know until we became friends here out in Queens that she thought I went to UC Santa Barbara.
I did.
And I was like, nah, I'm SBCC. She didn't know. Like we were friends too. Yeah. But shout out community college.
Shout out to BMCC.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. Yeah. It's a good route. It's affordable, and there are better film programs than you might think.
Absolutely. With the community college I went to had a video audio technology program.
Yep.
And I was a student activist, so I an organizer. So I used to just utilize the computer lab and the editing room and their cameras and everything. They've had audio equipment. Audio recording studios to make mixtapes. All types of stuff.
That's amazing, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, also, it's like I don't know. I think activism in terms of using this medium for especially nowadays, there's no better way to get your ideas out there. I know narratively, I'm much more interested in raising questions as opposed to providing answers. I think also just in terms of who I am, what I represent, I think it's not my place to provide any answers. I think we've had people like me doing that for a long time. So I'm much more interested in questions. But I think what you're speaking to, and also just, I don't know, if I can say anything back on the community college tip, don't be discouraged by these YouTube videos telling you that you need $1,000 or $5,000 to buy the best camera. Like, all of that is bogus. These are people looking for likes and subscriptions. Like, do what you can with what you have.
Absolutely.
And your voice will shine through no matter what. Like,
absolutely.
If you have a story to tell, if you have something to say, like, that's going to come through no matter what. It doesn't matter, what you have in your hand. Even if people are saying you have the best camera in your hand, if you have an iPhone 6, use it. It doesn't matter.
It's not what you have, it's how you use it.
Exactly.
And places like the Queens World Film Festival will honor it if they could tell that you have that blood, sweat, and tears in your project.
That's exactly right.
I like what you just said, man. You just dropped the jewel on it.
Yeah, and I mean, shout out to Queens World Film Festival as well. I mean, I think what they're doing here, keeping it local while also opening it up internationally, I think is incredible. And people around the world who can find an identity in a place like Queens, which is the most diverse borough. I don't know. I think it's pretty amazing what Katha and Preston and everybody, yourselves included, what everyone here is doing, I think is important. Yeah.
For those who want to watch a movie, where should they go and watch it? On what day is your movie being screened? And where?
If you are in person, we are screening at the Bartos at the Museum of the Moving Image. We are in the 530 block on November 4th, Friday.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Please come out. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Both,
Thank you very much.
It was really great
Thank you
talking.
so much.
Yes.
Thanks,
Definitely
guys.
keep me in the loop. You'll see me around here during the whole,
Thank you so
We'll be
much.
sure to talk after.
Please do. I'll be sure to come to the film.
Thank you.
No doubt.
Thank you. Really nice.
All right, guys. I'm supposed to be leaving about now, and I'm still here. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that.
We got one more. Okay.
You want to conduct it? Come on. Come on. Move a little bit. Uh-oh. There we go.
There you go. Man, yeah. Thank you.
Bloopers.
Leg and that was it.
All right. So you should hold that one so you can get it a little closer for you, man. So
This one?
yeah, Trey. Yeah. So hold on, Yeah. There you go. So right here, we got one of my partners in crime, Amir, aka ANS, artist, activist, good brother, actor. He's also one of the main people in my first film. He handled the marketing for my first film, Monkey Gang, the mockumentary, our first film. And he brought over with him today. What's your name, sir?
My name is Dan Myricks.
Say it one more time for me.
Dan Myricks.
Dan, good to meet you. My name is Mr. M.
How you doing, Mr. M?
I'm good. That's my.
I'm Anuj.
All right.
I really like the cap. What does it say? Flux
Oh, that's my
Fusion.
company, Flux Fusion Streams.
Okay.
I can make it say anything I want.
Okay. So, what's the name of the company again? Tell them in the mic.
The name of the company is Flux Fusion Streams.
So you stream your films yourself. You distribute your own films.
I'm a full distribution company like Netflix, Hulu, stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I have 20 channels. I can stream podcasts. I can stream radio stations. I can. I stream music, movies, all that stuff.
What was you guys talking about? Put us on. I know y'all was over there networking.
Oh my God, this extraordinary gentleman right here has a skill set beyond. He was telling me how he does special effects, and he started to show me one of the special effect pieces that he's done in one of the Spider-Man movies. Blew my mind. He was showing it to me, and he said during his long travel, the laptop died. So we was like, oh. Then I said, wait a minute, my buddy Mr. M over here, he might have an outlet for you. And he said, no, you have a special plug. So I said, you know what? Yeah, we'll catch up on him. Then we had this great conversation on digital assets with crypto. You already know how.
Yeah. My man right here love crypto. Yeah. So you into crypto too?
Yeah, I have my own coin.
You have your own coin. It's a token or a coin?
Yeah, token.
Token?
Sorry.
Okay.
I should say token.
No, don't let me act like I know what I'm talking about. I just know it's a difference. That's all. My shit is that's where it ends right about there. So, but congratulations on that.
Yeah, and I was telling him that I'm going to be using the token to fund projects, whether
Absolutely.
it's music, whether it's movies,
Absolutely.
all of that.
Wow. So you're a filmmaker as well?
Yeah, I did my first movie at 17. My mom sent me, man, back when I started, it was still tape. So you had to cut the tape sideways and all that and blend it together. And I was just telling, man over here that I was always saying, there's got to be a better way to edit. And I wound up getting involved with Avid. We started doing editing on digital. Then it was getting complicated and expensive. So I went to Adobe for Premiere. And I got to the point that it was holding me back. So then I partnered with Black Magic Designs.
I'm familiar with Black Magic Design, yeah.
Right, and been with them ever since. We use Resolve, and Resolve was used in Hollywood, but it was a DI station. You just did your coloring, your color grading, and stuff like that.
Right.
They bought it, and now you can do your editing, you could do your color grading, because it was, basically, like I said, a DI station. They made it into an editor, so you can edit and do your color grading. They bought Ion Fusion, so now you could do all your special effects. And I was just telling him that you could turn day to night. So instead of filming at night, you can film in the daytime and then turn it to night.
Right.
Are you familiar with Lyle Alexander? I believe he did a little work with Black Magic too. This guy right here, you familiar with this man?
No, but if he comes to NAB, not familiar with him.
Okay,
but if he's coming to NAB end of October,
you'll see him.
Yeah.
All right. So tell the people how they can find Flux Fusion Streaming. Let me make sure I say that right. Tell us how people can find it, because there's it's filmmakers that's going to watch this later. It might be a couple that's still watching that's looking for distribution. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just go to fluxfusionstreams.com.
Mm-hmm.
And you can sign up there.
And how much is to sign up to fluxfusionstreaming.com?
Watch and all that. It's free.
It's free.
I built it for the community.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, all right, let's see if I can turn this on real quick. I mean, you'll be able to see it, but I don't know about your viewers, but they can get your reaction.
That's the website right there.
Yeah, this is the platform.
Okay.
Right? And it's just like Hulu, Netflix, all that. You put your stuff up there, you can see it. It's a worldwide platform, so it's seen all around the world. I mean, I got views, when I looked at my analytics, I got views in Egypt, I got in South Africa, UK, Sweden, Iceland. I mean, it was all over. Even the Philippines, Japan. Yeah, it's seen all over.
So what sort of stories are you guys looking for to stream?
Anything. I believe in freedom of speech with responsibility.
Okay.
So you can say whatever you want, and as long as you're not inciting riots and all of that, and
there we go.
Yeah, so as long as you're not doing none of that.
I know a little something about streaming. There we go. So there's the website right there on the screen. Make sure you go to visit fluxfusionstreams.com, fluxfusionstreams.com, and support this man, support independent film. And then, are you looking for films?
Yes, that's why I came.
That's why he came. He came looking for films.
Right. If you go in there now, I got a lot of music videos.
Mhm.
I partnered with Blender, the Blender Foundation, so I put up all their animations for people that use Blender, 3D stuff like that. I got a lot of people that did music videos, so I got those up there.
And I see you on the OTT apps as well. You're on Roku, Apple, and
Roku, Apple TV, Android TV. Amazon Fire Stick.
Okay.
All iOS devices.
Okay.
Audio could be seen on. I'm actually developing an app for Xbox.
Okay.
So if you had an Xbox, you can see that.
Okay.
I'm trying to get everywhere.
What is so different about your streaming platform?
Well, about mine.
Right.
Mine's for the people. It's a streaming platform for the people.
That's where I need to be then.
Yeah, like if you go to Netflix, number one, you can't go to Netflix unless you have an aggregator. Right. Aggregator's gonna charge you $1,500.
Absolutely. They used to have one called distributor or something like that. Remember them?
Oh, man, they wanted me to work with them so bad, but you know what? They ripped everybody off.
$1,500, and he wasn't guaranteed a spot in Netflix.
Yeah, wasn't guaranteed a spot nowhere. But you come on my platform, you guaranteed.
Right.
I like that, sir. Did he get your number?
Yeah, he got all my cards because I'm also a production company.
That's my partner right there, so I'm gonna be in touch.
Hey, like you probably seen some of my. I was telling him you probably seen some of my work. If you saw The Matrix, yeah, I was on that team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
not
what's
the new
up.
one.
Right. The original.
The original.
It's all good, man. Congratulations on that.
I had to live in Australia for 4 years.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
4 years?
Yeah.
How was that?
Yo.
I know what that means, y'all. I don't know if all y'all know what that means, but we know what that means, right?
yes.
So now I come back. So I train people, independent artists. I train them how to get in the industry.
Right.
I train them how to, to get equipment.
Right.
And how to do it for free.
Right.
Because Black Magic, they give away Resolve for free.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, you get it for free. I mean, if you buy a camera, you get the studio version for free.
Right.
But you get it for free.
Right.
And you can do all your stuff. So I teach people how to do some grading. I teach people how to do coloring, how to do effects. Then the man over here does audio. They have a DAW built in because they bought. I forgot the company they bought, but they bought this company that made DAWs and consoles and stuff like that. And they put the console and they put it inside the software of Resolve. So you can do all your audio mixing. You could do up to 5.1 audio in Resolve.
I gotta ask you this before we get up out of here. How did you hear about the Queens World Film Festival?
I have a friend. Her name is Holly. Right? She met Neha.
Yeah.
And they started talking, and next thing you know, they was like, "Hey, why don't you come on down?" So I got invited along with Holly and Neha to come down here to check it out.
Yeah,
that's actually the last person I want to meet too before we get up out of here.
Well, let me help you. You guys carry on.
Yeah, go grab her and tap them on the way. I think they're waiting. Tap. Oh, there she goes right here. Your friend knows her, you said, right?
Yeah, you know Holly, right?
We want to talk to you. We want the work. No, get on camera. the world wants to know what you have to say because you're marketing the Queens World Film Festival this year, correct?
Yes.
And you're doing a great job because you're bringing distributors to the festival. So tell us how you got involved. Tell the world. Tell us your name and what are you doing here with the Queens World Film Festival.
Hi, my name is Neha Lohia. I am originally from India, and Don Preston Cattle was my scriptwriting professor. I was in a Digital Film Academy, and I worked on a film.
There she is.
Okay, yeah, get everybody in. But go, we listening.
Yeah, I worked on a film. It's called Yashodhara, the Buddha's wife. Very few people know about Buddha having a wife.
I never knew that. Yeah, I never knew that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a story that I have been wanting to say for the longest time, and I wish to make a feature on it someday. What I'm presenting right now is a short film where it's going to be an intimate conversation between the Buddha and his wife. It's a healing conversation. That's what my film's about.
That's what your film's about?
Yeah, I hope you guys come see it. And
when is it playing? I want to come.
It's playing on Friday night at the Flushing Town Hall, 7 o'clock. And I hope to see you there.
Congratulations. I will be there. I will be there.
I appreciate it.
I will be there, and you'll see my setup throughout the festival and stuff, and I hope that you help me out a few times. Maybe co-host a couple streams with me or something.
That'll be fun.
I can tell you about your business.
Over here at Queens, I am helping Katha and Dawn. I love them very much. I'm helping with the marketing. All my filmmaker friends here, and I'm pulling in all my other friends, distribution and branding, and they're all sort of coming in to support us this year. And if any of you who are listening to us, if you're a brand who's available in New York, call us and come help us, come support us. This is all about community, and we want to bring the spirit back. We want to bring all the filmmakers back and show their films, to the world at large in Lear theaters. So I hope to see you there.
That's beautiful. It was a pleasure meeting you. My name is Mr. M, by the way.
Mr. M. I'm going to see you at my screening and through the festival.
You will. On the 5th, you said?
On the 4th.
On the 4th.
Yeah.
That's the Friday.
Yeah, 4th of November, Friday, 7 o'clock is my slot.
7 o'clock Friday. There we go.
See you there.
I'll see you there.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
That was Neha.
There you go. Can we get a couple words from you too?
Yeah, that's my partner. She's an actress.
No, come on.
Move the camera, the mic. I said the camera, the mic a little closer. And tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Holly Zuel.
Nice to meet you.
I'm an actress first.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Are you in any films that's playing this year, or?
I took a little break over the pandemic.
Didn't we all?
Yeah. So I was in The Church, which came out in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
That had Lionsgate distribution.
Okay.
And I had Clint Howard, Ron Howard's. I lost my train of thought for a second.
No, it's all good. But you said the name of the film was The Church. Okay.
Yeah. So it was incredible because I got to be using wire work. And we got sucked in through the church.
Yikes.
So it was
that
an
sounds
incredible
fun
film,
and interesting and all of that.
Was, independent, and I'm all about independent.
Same here.
Yeah. So this festival is amazing.
And you guys are partners, he said, right? You guys work on things together and everything.
Yes.
So you help bring him some films to his distribution platform? Is that?
Yeah. We're trying to help as many people as we can. Any of the winners, we would like to offer free distribution.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So how long have you been acting?
I've been acting for 10 years.
For 10 years. I've been a filmmaker for 10 years.
Holla.
Yeah, we got that seems like we synchronize. So maybe I gotta keep you in mind for one of my next films, right?
I'd be so honored. Thank you so much.
All right, you heard it here first. There you go. So where are you from?
Oh, I am from New Jersey.
Okay.
And I'm Swiss.
My guy, Anthony Curry, is from New Jersey. His film that's playing on Saturday, Trap, is about a group of gangsters from Asbury Park. It's playing on Saturday. I think you should come check it out. It's a really dope film. You should really check it out. That might be somebody I want to solicit. Real talk.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So his film is playing on, I want to say Saturday at, 6 o'clock. But look for the Trapped film. Trapped. You know what I mean? So how long have you two been working together?
So we came up with this idea over the pandemic, but we've been working together for like 5 years.
Okay.
You know.
Don't be nervous. Don't be scared of me out of all people. I'm
No.
I'm a sweetheart. Don't be scared of me.
Okay, so it's called Flux Fusion Streams. This is the flyer.
I see why you work with her. I see why you got her around. She's about her business. Yeah.
To pump this out there, we just want to help independent filmmakers have their voices heard, and we want to be a people's network because there's not enough of that in the world. A lot of silencing, our voices, and we want to
Gatekeepers and all of that.
right, exactly. In a safe way, we'd like to promote the voices of other people.
What is the film you enjoy working on the most?
So I just got the iPhone 14. And I'm making a film called I've Been Hacked because I just got hacked on Facebook.
Yikes.
And I have 800,000 followers.
Did you get your page back?
I still have not. So if anyone works for Facebook, I have been talking to them, but they're apparently working on it. I love them and they have helped me, but please, guys, get your security together.
Right. Okay. And so basically you're saying the film that you enjoy working on the most is about to be the one you're about to complete, basically.
Yes.
Well, I wish you the best with getting your page back. I wish you the best with that film. I wish you both the best with this community-oriented platform. It's very needed, you know what I mean? Yes. And I'm sure he told you that's what I'm about. Don't let the hat and don't let fool you, you know what I'm saying? I know you got your blaze on, you came with your A game too, you know what I mean? But we definitely community-oriented. We grew up together. We childhood friends from Far Rockaway, Queens. We made it out the trenches.
I was born in Queens Village.
Yeah.
Well, I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Queens Village.
I was born in Brownsville. Yeah, myself. Yeah.
Not too far from me. I was off of Moffett Street in Bushwick.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We very community oriented. You know what I mean? So I've been blessed for the Queens World Film Festival to allow me to screen here twice. I'm a 2-time alumni, and I became a board member this year. So, so I'm doing my thing. But what we really big on is community. So when you use that word, you really triggered me. So we definitely want to work with you guys.
We're community based. We've always been like that.
Yeah.
Actually, Holly coined the phrase. We're trying to be a fan-owned film distribution company.
I love it.
And Insta distribution.
Oh yeah, she made that too.
I love it. Well, look, they're shutting down. I got places to be too. He has your number. I'll be in touch, and we will see you guys the whole festival, right?
I believe so.
It's like a 6-day thing, so I'm hoping we're gonna see you guys.
Yes, we will be back.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, she'll bring me back.
All right, that's a bet.
We all get a picture like that?
Absolutely.
Well, y'all do that. I gotta break down, man. Y'all do your thing.
Thank you so
So
much.
look,
you got to talk to those ladies over there.
Huh? Well, yeah. You know what? Let's try. Let's see if I can get somebody's attention. They look like they about to get up out of here.
All right. So remember, man.
I don't think they're filming.
We do our own crypto. We got
Well, listen, man. I'm out of here, man. I gotta go. I'm late for my next engagement, and I got a bunch of shit I gotta break down. Excuse my language again. Salute to Catherine. Salute to Dawn. Salute to all the festival associates. Salute to everybody who's working with the Queens World Film Festival 2022, and a big congratulations to all the filmmakers who've been selected this year. I might go live at my Lex location. Stay tuned. Salute to everybody watching on the Facebook, YouTube, at the Queens World Film Festival. Follow, like, subscribe, and salute to the Ranters Union. Union sturdy, you heard? Let's get it. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.